the benefits of Inspired Disorder Plus. So you go inspireddisorder.com/plus. Sign up, $5 a month. You get to binge the full week of the Ray Taylor Show ad-free. You get to watch all of the live painting videos I do. You get a special members-only discount and deals for all of the artwork and merch that I sell. You also get the complete podcast back catalog of every podcast I've ever produced, hundreds of episodes, countless different podcasts. You also get access to my personal blog. A new blog comes out every week. In addition to that, you get my creative writing that I'm releasing. You also get access to Asking Me Anything. 14 years of experience podcasting. I've been creating art my entire life. I've been using Photoshop since middle school, and you can contact me to ask me questions about that or anything else. So those are the benefits for signing up for Inspired Disorder Plus.
What are their suggestions? Jamie, do you have one?
I said all Hennessy everything,
All
but that's not anything. All Hennessy
everything.
Because we were just talking about Hennessy. We were talking about Hennessy last week, so, you know.
Yeah.
All Hennessy everything.
Well, by now the listeners have probably tuned into the fact that we're recording like a huge. Well, otherwise we'd have Hennessy stories to tell, and we don't.
Yeah, well, we won't have Hennessy stories to tell until next.
Maybe until Saturday.
We forgot them all.
A
'Cause
good
we
Hennessy
drank so
story is
much
one that you don't
Hennessy.
remember.
Yeah, are we excited to tell our
Also,
Hennessy stories
where
in
you
front
at?
of acclaimed author and feminist Roxanne?
I know. I was thinking like we're gonna come in here smelling like just
Smelling like
Hennessy.
Friday night on a Saturday morning.
There's worse things. I've smelled like worse things than Hennessy for sure.
Oh
I have.
yeah.
Laura one time picked me up, and like the next day she goes, "Hey, when I pick you up, can you not smell like whiskey this time?"
What time of day was it?
Like 9 in the morning on a Sunday, and I was
She
like,
knew what this
"Probably
was.
not.
Wait.
Probably gonna smell like whiskey. I'm
You
sorry."
picked her up from the airport?
She picked me up.
Where were you?
What the
At,
fuck?
at my house. This is when I lived in Portland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
like, wait, so you were at home.
I was at home.
Honestly, I'm on her side. You could have taken a shower.
I did take a shower, brushed my teeth, gum.
Not
Like,
good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no, of
added
course.
more Hennessy? Like, how did this thing get back on you?
He
This is
showers in
splash for the
Hennessy.
missus.
It's a weird
Oh,
yeah,
situation.
just to dabble, do you? When
It's like a
Laura's
Willy
coming to
Wonka
get you.
type scenario.
I just put a couple dabs behind the ears before I go out.
The Henrock berries taste like Henrock berries.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
want to
dude.
see Willy Wonka, but in a liquor factory, and it's
Oh,
like all
yeah.
adults touring.
Man.
Boy, I feel like it would be similar conclusions.
Oh yeah,
A lot of the same stuff would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's falling in that whiskey river, guaranteed.
You're
Yeah.
falling in.
Yeah,
You know
you're
it.
falling.
But you're falling
Yeah,
in
you're
like the way,
Augustus- you're
the way
Augustus
like a
Gloop.
fat kid fell in the pool with his t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Oh,
hey.
well, I got it on. Sorry, wet.
It's
It's kind of cool.
it's Willy
We
Wonka
should all wear our
telling.
shirts in the pool.
It's
Wow,
Willy Wonka telling
that
all of them they can
works,
take a
man.
dip in the whiskey pool, and the kid who like keeps his shirt on gets stuck, and he's going up the tube. He's like, I'm not taking the shirt off. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna die for this.
You're not seeing my nipples. Sorry.
Somebody would barf off the side of his nightmare boat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If anybody listening has a kid, just tell him not to wear that shirt. It's just not worth
I
it.
know. I don't know why I wore it.
I did it a few times. It's just not. It's not worth
I
it.
get the thinking though. Kids are cruel. Like
Yeah,
you
kids
can
are
do
so
anything you want to do to avoid.
But you know what looks worse
it
than your
draws more
chubby
attention.
prepubescent body?
That's
Your
true.
chubby prepubescent body, like with a skin-tight nightgown
Yeah.
situation.
What, you don't think it looks good to have your nipples peeking through a Big Dog logo? A wet Big Dog logo?
Right over the ears.
Your pre-mitzvah nipples?
Oh man, they might as well. They should have just went. They should have just went ahead and went out all out and made Big Dog T-shirts waterproof. You know what
didn't they?
you know what they're for.
You want
For
like Big
real.
Dog neoprene suits?
Yeah,
For, like surfers?
yeah, you know what we're up for. It's a Big Dog shirt.
Doggy glove.
Yeah, you know little dogs don't wear these shirts.
Full on like balaclavas that say like Harry Potter, but it's hairy like hair.
Yeah.
That was one.
Balaclava's a good-ass word.
It is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say ski mask. I was like, this is a age
No.
it up. Let's do this.
Balaclava.
Yeah, dude. Classy.
Classy.
But
That's
also
what we're all
almost
about here.
always-
Hennessy everything.
Like
Class.
50% of the time when I'm going to say balaclava, I just say baklava, and I pretend like I didn't say the wrong word.
I'm gonna be honest.
Baklava?
I thought you guys were talking about baklava until you made that distinction just now.
Balaclava.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Big Dog's pretty cool.
It's ski mask, like with the eyes.
Oh,
and
what's
sometimes
it
the
called?
mouth. Balaclava.
Who named that?
Probably a Russian.
I want to say it was Jeffrey Balaclava.
Jeffrey
That's
Balaclava.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Ooh, Jeffrey
My dog
Balaclava.
Jeff.
Balaclava.
Do you want to call it a Jeff? No, I must honor the family name.
As much as I'd like to. I stood on the shoulders of giants.
Can't just call it a Jeff.
No. How's traffic for you today?
It's rugged, dude. Shit coming out of it. This is why I like coming here, because I'm like, oh no, you're happy.
Sean S. Jordan on the mic on Twitter.
Yep.
Sean Cougar Mel Jordan on Instagram.
Playboy. He nailed it, dog.
It was rough on the way over.
It's rough, dude.
Dog.
I mean,
Yesterday, I don't even know if we recorded yesterday too. I don't
Yeah.
even know if I said. I could have killed someone with my hands.
You hit somebody with the coffee cup, though.
I did.
I like that.
I didn't tell you this. I
no,
don't think.
you did not tell me this.
So I'm on my way. I'm coming from West Hollywood. This is not going to be interesting to most of the
It's a
people. listening
ways.
to the
You're
podcast.
coming from a ways.
It's a schlep and
Yeah.
a fucking half. I'll tell you that for free. And
You can give me a nickel if you
this
want,
car,
but I'll tell you for free.
I'll take donations, but I'm not. By no means will I need them for that info. This car? So I'm driving, cruising,
Uh-huh.
and this guy like swerves over to where I have to slam on my brakes. There's a small screech.
And
as
you
though
don't
an
like
owl
doing
were
that.
attacking a vole.
If I know you, you're
And
not a
I
fan
feel
of
like
doing
you do
that.
at this point.
I know you pretty well.
Not a fan of it.
Not a fan?
Not a fan of it. I'll tell you what. I'm a fan of John Prine's music.
Uh-huh.
Sunsets.
You like semicolons a lot.
Semicolons.
Yeah, you're a big semicolon guy.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Well, yes.
Smooth peanut butter.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Peanut
not
butter
when people pull that shit. Not for a second. And he does it, and I slam on my brakes and thinking like it was an honest mistake. You know, he'll swerve back over and I'll be able to continue on my way. No! Stays there, and then very smugly, if you could describe the way someone drives, very smugly pulls out, you know, and I'm like honking, like, get back over, you got in my way. So I just fucking veer into the other lane, because there's a window, and just get in front of him again, and take this half-full venti iced coffee, chuck it out the back window like a grenade. And it hits his car.
Of course it did.
Yeah, and then he like ended up pulling up next to me later, and he had his window down and was staring at me, and I rolled it down.
Was he Terry Crews? Because that's the only way he's...
He was not Terry Crews.
You think we're pulling this shit on Terry Crews?
If anything,
come on, nigga.
If anything, he looked a little bit like, and then I felt bad, because he looked like the guy who helps with clothes on the new season of Queer Eye.
Oh, man.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's the
If it
best.
wasn't him,
God, I'd be so mad, dude.
Like,
if
my
it
heart
was,
dropped.
if
I
you-
was like,
oh my God, if it was him, I would have gotten out of the car and walked into traffic. I love that man. Even though he just tells people to put on a graphic button down.
He really
or a short
does.
sleeve. I mean, come on.
The way
also,
it does work.
I don't know if it would work for me.
Yes.
A graphic button down?
That's
Yes.
the kind of
Put
thinking
like
that
a
everyone
print.
goes into it with, and then you come out looking like $1 million.
You
Yeah.
know where they sell a lot of graphic button downs?
Target.
Where?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Walmart.
Not those. I'm not talking about like
I gotta
somebody.
be-
It's not like
I'm
somebody
gonna
goes
go on
super
first date with
saiyan on the
Goku
front
on
of
my
it.
shirt.
Were you going Dragon Ball Z on it?
Wait, did you both say Goku?
He said Goku. We only got so many clothes for fat guys.
Yeah, and a lot of them are Dragon Ball Z. There's a surprise. The Venn diagram of fat dudes in Dragon Ball Z apparel.
Yeah.
It's a circle. It's just
Yeah,
It's
It's
a sort of
a
like
line,
anytime
it's
any designer's making clothes that have an L in the size, they're just like, should we throw Goku
Should
on
we-
this?
Yeah, you know they like it.
Yeah.
The wedding tuxedo, but do they want Vegeta on the inside?
It's like, how much more can we sell these if we have
And all the fat
Vegeta?
guys are like, yes.
Yeah, probably.
We'll sew them on the bucket.
We'll compromise. We'll throw a pickle
So
on
dude
the back.
pulled up next to you.
And like, I think looking to take, he was like, you know, he was a little tougher, but that's what he looked like. He looked fashionable and, you know, and a little bit smaller, but a little bit tougher than the dude from Queer Eye.
Sure.
I think he was looking to like maybe escalate this further, and I don't know what was in my eyes, but it made him drive away immediately.
I tell you what, if it's a drop of what's in your eyes right now, I wouldn't fuck with
I've
it.
seen you kind of like upset, and I don't, you know, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah,
I don't want that smoke.
I might have to put the lid on the trash can at some point. It's getting.
I mean,
I challenge myself to not honk every day. I'm like, don't honk today.
my horn's
Do
kind of
you
tricky.
honk every day?
Most days.
Well, baby steps, dude. I'm
Baby
doing the
steps.
work.
I'm working it. I'm doing the work. I got my
doing the
workbook out.
Dr. Marvin.
But we were talking about you. How are you?
I'm good, man. Traffic sucked, but other than that, I'm floating, man. A lot of people, this will be like 3 weeks after the show, but Ian and I were on a show last night in West Hollywood, like downtown kind of.
With MacArthur Park.
Yeah, Dynasty Typewriter. MacArthur Park!
Yeah.
I have the little girl!
Oh, if I
Training
could
day
make
stuff.
a cross-platform, a cross-podcast studio recommendation, Bill Simmons had Ethan Hawke on,
Really?
and Ethan Hawke is incredibly charming.
I love Ethan Hawke.
Really
I always
great,
have.
real great, breezy little interview that he
I
had.
love Ethan.
Check it out.
I used to always confuse Ethan Hawke for Josh Hartnett, but then Josh Hartnett just kind of faded away.
He
And it's
took
made
care
it
of that
very
hair.
easy.
They have the
Also,
same
it's a
hair.
bigger tooth gap.
Is it?
Hartnett
yeah.
has a bigger gap.
I feel like the center for me was always like, I've never seen Hartnett with like a beard.
Yeah.
You're right.
And Ethan Hawke, he's just full on like Tom Cruise Last Samurai now. He's got the long hair.
All
and,
sick, dude.
Wait,
Yeah.
who was
He's
in
got a Sean
Lucky
Jordan
Number
beard.
11?
Josh Hartnett.
Okay,
Which
yeah.
that's one of my
That's gap.
favorite movies of all time. I
Lucky
love that
Number
movie.
7?
I love it.
That is an opinion that probably select few amount of people
I don't
have.
think.
Oh, I
yeah.
love
I
it,
do
dude.
like that movie.
It's a
His
good
name
movie.
is Slevin Kalevra.
Top 15.
Yeah.
Top 15 movies for me of
Top
like
15?
all time.
This is up there with Steve Winwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, like
let's-
Steve Winwood's
Top
for me
5.
top 5 male vocalists of all time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
amazing.
5'2"?
No. Let me think about it.
That sure exists.
That's
Right. Oh
Freddie
yeah.
Mercury.
No. Forgot about the black
Prince.
ones.
From Sublime.
That's your
Bradley
top
Noel
5?
from Sublime.
Is Brandon Noel in your top 5?
Oh, no, I'm not rounding out the rest of his.
I was just gonna say something wild, but we might end up drafting this. No, let's draft male vocalists at some point.
Fucking.
Or wait,
let's do
did we
it right
already?
now.
I'll do it right. Let's
Yeah.
double up.
We can
Every time that you pick a cliche, you also pick a
You
male
also
vocalist. I could pick male vocalists that have done the cliches. Fuck it.
There it is.
Yeah, man. Thank you to
Stats.
everybody who came out to Dynamite Typewriter last
Oh,
night.
yeah. That's not what it's
it was
called. Dynasty, baby.
Dynasty.
Dynamite
I
Keyboard.
think I called it Dynamite Typewriter on stage.
I think you did
It's a
too.
better name. They
Sean
might
Gordon
change
right
it.
now, just to paint a little picture for the listeners at home, is wearing 2 different pieces of rooster-based paraphernalia.
That's crazy.
I am, aren't I?
You are.
That's crazy.
Oh, that wasn't a plan?
No. What am I, a fucking
You
show?
okay. I'm crazy for thinking
I'm gonna go
that you
out.
come in with 2 roosters on your
Okay,
clothes.
David.
I'm crazy for thinking maybe
David,
you thought
what
that up.
what you thought was that I woke up today and I was like, I'm gonna put on my Gamecock shirt
Uh-huh.
and
Hat
my
sauce.
siracha hat,
Hat
aka
sauce.
hat sauce.
See, I didn't know it was
AK.
Sriracha and Gamecocks. I just thought you were like off to like a Chicago Roosters game with
No,
or
man.
something.
I'm happy that I didn't actually do
Put
this
the old
at
hat on
work
and give me a look.
because I could have done this at work and looked like a real tool. But
It
now,
does.
You look like an undercover cop trying to bust up a cockfighting ring.
what are you guys sniffing weed over there?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm in a cockfighting. Look at my outfit.
You guys sniffing?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I love it. I don't care that it's illegal.
Like
What's
the
up,
guy
y'all?
showing
Can
up to the
anyone
Laker
point me
game?
to somewhere where chickens are being abused for fun.
I mean,
I'm into that.
Just go to a Laker game, shirt just says basketball. I'm like, I'm in. What's going on? Big orange hat with lines on it. What are you guys doing? Shooting hoops?
What's up? They dunking yet?
I'm here for the dunks. I'm a connoisseur.
That man's gonna throw it real far.
Thank you for coming to the Dynasty Typewriter.
Yeah.
That was a
Super,
fun show.
It was so fun, man. They said it was like one of the busiest shows they've had.
Goddamn right.
Super tight.
Goddamn right.
Goddamn
All
right.
fantasy all fans. We gotta come up with a name for our listeners.
All fans will see everything.
All fans will see
Jesus.
everything. Oh, that's the book.
All
about
fans will see everything.
about our one tour that took a tragic turn.
It will.
When
It
we
will.
killed Malloy.
From
But we
man
only
behind.
killed Malloy, so
You
he
realize
wouldn't
somewhere
kill.
he's like he's listening to this podcast
Oh.
right now, and he's just like Predator when the guy cut his chest.
All right,
That's
you're
what
gonna take it to
Malloy's
the kid
doing.
like that.
That's what Malloy did when you heard that. He just took his shirt off and cut slowly across his
He's
chest.
doing
with a
another
knife.
set on the bench press that's in someone else's front lawn.
He just moved it out to the freeway. He's
Yeah.
just doing it in between lanes like the program, but
Yeah.
just like bench pressing instead of
Yuck.
laying on the lines.
Yuck.
So a
I was
little
watching
program
Lil
reference
Boosie
for everyone out there
bench
about
press
40
the
years
other
old. Boosie?
Is Boozy out of jail?
He's out.
Okay.
He's out. He's got a huge pool. We don't even get into it. We don't even get into it. We don't
It's
even
a
get
big
into it.
pool.
He's got a huge
It's not
pool.
the biggest
Not
pool
the
I've
biggest,
seen.
But it's like a big ass
It's the
pool for a
biggest pool.
civilian.
The biggest
Man.
mainland pool.
Who
if
says
we can
crime
agree
doesn't
on
pay?
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm good, man. I got nothing coming up in June.
Tight.
Chilling. It'll be summer, so I'm gonna have to get some
Oh.
shoes that match the pink that you have on your new shoes.
Dude,
If
I
we're
got
gonna
some
start-
kicks. Shout out
Yeah, you did.
to Kinfolk, and shout out specifically, I don't even know if he listens to this podcast, but he's a fan of the old stand-up comedy. He might listen to the podcast. Give me a second. Sing a very quick song.
Here was
while
a
I find
fun
this guy.
little crossover the other day. Shout out to friend of the podcast Solomon Giorgio,
Oh,
an
hey.
ex-coworker of mine who has not comedy adjacent at all. We never talked about comedy. She doesn't even work there anymore. She screenshotted one of Solomon's tweets and put it on her Instagram page.
Oh,
And I was
tight.
just like, oh, it's like she has no idea that we even know each other. So that's just a fan of his,
Solomon
Giorgio.
He's got good tweets.
Giorgio.
Saul Giorgio.
What?
What?
It was just a bit.
Oh.
You guys really.
No.
Man, you guys really took
Well,
it.
I was on my phone. This is on him.
I was my roommate.
I was about to say, I was like, don't you live with him?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm over here saying Dynamite Typewriter, so I'm like, wait, is that Solomon Johnson? I just didn't know it this whole time?
That would be so funny.
Shout out to Kinfolk in
Kinfolk.
Brooklyn, started by Keith Abrams
Hell yeah,
from
Keith.
Portland.
Oh, Playboy.
Yeah, who came to the show Revolution Hall and sent me a free pair of Fila's Kinfolk edition, which are super tight for the summer.
Oh, those are crazy
and also
tight.
sent a number of hats and socks, which I will be sharing with the two of you.
Yes.
Yeah. So the come up is real.
The come up is real.
Look
Could
at
you
these.
really?
Look at these.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Those are Miami beaches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
damn.
It's gonna be a
Those
tough
are-
summer for
those are
Miami.
We might have to hit the Sherbert shop.
It's gonna be a
If
tough
you guys
summer.
at home could only see this photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I'll
dang, dude.
tweet a picture of me. I don't know, skateboarding in them.
Yeah, yeah, you
You
will.
gotta do something real California.
Some California as fuck.
Yeah.
Go
Throwing
to a
frizz.
Sublime cover band in Long Beach.
Yes. I would.
I have seen that.
I'll go with you next time.
It just kind of happens. Like you cross in the city lines and there's Sublime being covered somewhere.
Oh,
Over
yeah, I
in
get
Long
that.
Beach.
In Long Beach, yeah.
It's like someone practicing tightrope walking in a park in Portland. It just happens.
It's like the
There-
national
it's called
or
a
the
slack line,
citywide
bro.
anthem.
I'm not getting in on that.
Called a slack
I
line,
won't
bro.
call it that.
Bro, slack line.
I'm in. Yeah. All right.
You said it 3 times. And it
Cool
sounds
Guy
good.
Jokes 87.
Hey!
The G is silent on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
In the studio on the mic.
Brrrah.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, man, I went to the Getty today with my buddy Zeke.
How's it getting?
Zeke in the studio, not on a microphone.
Shout out
And
to Zeke.
Zeke the Freak.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. It was so beautiful up there. You don't really, like, here's what I thought. When I got up there, it was so beautiful and, like, it's like all futuristic. Like, it reminded me of, did you guys see Xenon Girl of the 21st
Hell yeah.
Century? It reminded me of,
No.
like, the high
No.
school campus.
Cetus Lapidus with these guys.
Man, zoom, 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 you make my heart go boom, boom.
You just
My
love zoom,
supernova
zoom
girl.
songs.
Yeah, I do.
You really do.
We really
Zoom,
just
zoom,
picked that
zoom.
down.
Shit, are we gonna have to do Summer Jams Part 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
We are, aren't we?
Right after Memorial Day, the unofficial kickoff of summer.
It
Wait,
has
the
been
official
Memorial
kickoff
Day.
of summer.
It has been Memorial Day for our
It
listeners.
has,
Oh, wow.
you're
We'll have
right.
to do that soon. We might have to do that before I go.
Hey,
Yeah.
enjoy the barbecues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm going to be in fucking London on
Ooh,
Memorial Day.
everybody knows they're bad at barbecue.
God, they are.
I'll be working all Memorial Day, dude.
Are you?
Nothing-
Over
yeah.
there,
So I'm
barbecues
going-
just
going on.
sucks.
I'm
It's-
gonna barbecue.
I ain't
House of Parliament sauce.
You can come to my
Work.
house if you want.
working.
Parliament sauce.
Parliament sauce. They have
It's
HP
just,
sauce.
it's funky tasting.
It is funky taste funk. It's pea funky.
Yeah.
It's not funky AF. The internet, dude. I'm talking like the internet now.
Yeah, dude. You're lit, bro.
Thanks, bro. Getty, what was your favorite piece of art you saw?
Oh.
Or just anything that was
Honestly, I
remarkable?
like the garden the best.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I fucking really like the garden, and
Peaceful.
and just the architecture was so dope, and those weird fountain, like the whole. It feels like you're in a completely different place.
I know what you mean. It feels like if they rebooted the X-Men again, that might be the school for...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Professor Xavier's School for Gifted and Talented Youngsters or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, yeah.
It
You said-
or
whatever. Yeah, or whatever.
Is that
You
not what it was
said-
called?
No,
No,
that's
it's just funny
exactly
that
what
you
it's
said,
called.
like, what it has to be called, and then you're like, oh, whatever.
I wasn't that confident on the back end.
Oh, okay.
I started it and I felt good, and then towards the end I was like, man, I don't want these nerds.
It felt
to
like you
slam
just
me.
recited like a quote verbatim, and they were like, or whatever they say.
It sounded like you were trying to throw the jocks off, not the nerds.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Whatever.
It was something different in the 60s, and they changed it in 67 because the creator, or whatever.
I love Doritos beer.
I watched football, bro.
But yeah, I just loved the way it looked, and it was so like peaceful, and everybody was nice.
So
It was
nice.
great.
We are very blessed with art museums here in Los Angeles.
I don't go to enough of them. I still haven't been to the Getty.
I haven't been to the Broad.
Black was free on Tuesday.
Listeners, which museums haven't you been to? Well, wait. Yeah, tell us.
Really? You haven't?
Oh, you gotta go.
Right, yeah, you gotta get there.
I hear the is amazing.
Oh, you
and then
gotta
just
go.
insert, well,
Yeah.
Liechtenstein or
I'm saying
Dutch
overrated.
Master or whatever. Oh, shit,
Why
okay.
don't they just all insert art?
Art.
My name's Art. Dudes named Art never seem like they like art. You ever
No.
notice that?
Except for Art Garfunkel.
What is it?
Oh, you mean Fart Barf Knuckle.
Oh, so yeah, I did mean Fart Barf Knuckle. That's my bad.
Oh, you must be
Just
talking
common
about
mistake,
Fart
common
Barf
mistake.
Knuckle.
Paul's appearing together again for the first time in over a decade. Paul Simon and Fart Barf Knuckle.
I already like Fart Barf Knuckle better than I like Art Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, way better.
Yeah, I can't think of Art's contribution to my life.
No.
Unfortunately.
The fart?
Fart?
It's giving me so much. It's giving me laughs in a minute alone.
Oh yeah. My dad turned me on to
Fart
Uh-huh.
Barf Knuckle, man. The unsung hero.
Sounds like a cousin of Bullwinkle or
that.
something.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Barf Knuckle. The garbage pail kid Bullwinkle.
What do we do on the show?
Huh?
Nothing.
No.
No, I don't have anything to promote.
Oh, okay, cool. You
Yeah,
got,
none of us
you got
do.
what the look was.
Yeah, listening to All Fantasy Everything.
Yuck.
I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for reaching out on Twitter all the time.
If dates haven't materialized, we will record, because we're
Yeah.
front loading some episodes, record and drop that in.
yeah,
so
we
y'all
might.
won't
Yeah,
miss out.
yeah, we could double.
Yeah,
we might
yeah,
be able to
yeah.
double- We can change gears.
I'll record them on my phone from the tube.
Is that what they call it there?
In London, the
I don't-
tube.
Do they still call the toilet the WC?
I don't know.
I think
WC?
they
Called
do,
it the WC.
but
The water
water.
closet.
Yeah, all right.
I think they also just say bathroom. It just becomes so big and
The
everything.
loo.
Yeah.
You know, I used to live with a kid, Anthony Lopez, shout out, and he would get up at his own house, and he'd go, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. It's
Did
weird
he
to
say
me.
it to you?
That makes
And
sense
it's
to
at
me.
your house, though. It's not a rest. I don't know. It's like
If
we're in a
you're
restaurant.
talking to people, it's like if you're gonna interrupt the conversation, it's polite to say it.
I'm going to use the restroom? The restroom is the part that, like,
Oh,
no, go
the
to the bathroom.
restroom
The fact
is-
that he called it a restroom.
Oh,
was
what did
weird
you want
to
him
me.
to say? I'm gonna go hit the dumper.
Go hit the shitter, bro.
I'm gonna slice a piss off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm going to go bust a Dugan real quick.
Yeah,
Dugan.
Taking a trip to Toot Town.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, in your own house, that is kind of weird. but-
Restroom is odd. Dude, what do you think? It's weird, right? If I just hopped out, I was like, hey, I'm going to use the restroom. You need to get in there now?
It feels formal.
It does.
Yeah.
A little too formal.
Feels like
for
that's
what-
not something you say to your friends.
For what me and Lopez were doing.
Like
at the
if you
time.
walked over and shook your hand, that would fit more than.
It's like excusing yourself from McDonald's to go to the powder room.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you know what we're doing here. Come on.
Bro, I'm gonna go to the restroom.
I'm gonna go do cocaine in the shitter. That's what you say. McDonald's.
I'm gonna go do cocaine next to someone shitting.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yikes.
Oh man, I'm
Over
36.
by the freestyle machines.
Demi, did you? Oh, fuck.
Oh, you
Demi, did you eBay?
There it is.
Oh,
You guys should have heard him out there. He was
My
nailing
All
it.
God, it was
this
elegant.
Ian's been pacing this whole time we've been beginning,
Yeah.
just like
I was pirouetting around the room saying it perfectly.
You had a dance for it. It
Yeah, I
was
did.
graceful.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Electro11 on Twitter.
Sure am.
What is it on Instagram?
Also Electrolemon.
Electro11 across platform.
Across
yeah.
the board. Just those
Very, very talented, funny person on the internet,
two. Thank you.
writing for television programs,
Uh-huh.
and a co-host
Uh-huh.
of Punch Up the Jam,
Correct.
which all three of us have been on.
Yeah.
and had a,
Oh,
and
yeah,
had a
that's
whale of a time. I loved it.
Headgun Family Playboy.
Headgun
Hey.
Family.
HF.
Yeah.
For life.
In an all fantasy everything guest went far too long in the making.
Yeah.
We've scheduled this multiple times, and
Yeah.
I've had to reschedule also multiple times.
Yeah,
but
from both sides.
Yeah.
From both sides.
I'm happy I was
very
out of town when this was supposed to get done, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that it's getting done.
Me
now.
too.
I'm stoked.
We're gonna have a different
I love this
genre.
show.
I enjoy this one.
Yeah. Anything coming? This is gonna come out June 14th. Anything we can direct people towards?
No, just June 14th.
Yeah.
We also have an episode coming out today
Yay.
with a special guest, Miel's father.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Father's
What?
Day.
Oh my
Because her
God.
dad's going to be in town, we dropped an episode today that is all of us talking about, I want to say, What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
So that'll be a fun thing.
Oh, we've covered that.
What a fool believes.
Now you're hearing that twice today.
Now, you would have thought if
I
you're
felt that
listening,
in my loins.
Yeah, right.
McDonald is not here.
No,
No.
That's you would have thought that he's here in
Just
spirit.
he
Clearly,
took off.
He just slept.
No.
He
No, God no.
he rode a 4-wheeler up the stairs, sung that into the door,
Uh-huh.
and then jumped through the ceiling.
It's fun to do, man.
It really is.
You got a
You
really
said
good one.
cinnamon.
No, I said sentimental fool.
Oh,
Cinnamon fool.
I thought you said cinnamon.
Ooh, cinnamon roll works though. Cinnamon roll. It works.
Wow, you're doing the punch up. We still got time to record it. I'm just gonna steal that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the powder. Damn.
Powder's better.
All right, let's go around and draft lines
Yeah,
for
okay.
a punch up of What a Fool Believes.
She came somewhere back in long ago.
You don't think you have a good one? You do.
I have that range. I can't touch the sky
He's,
like
well,
Demi.
to all of us together are Michael
We
McDonald.
do. They
It's
are.
true. Yeah.
Together, separately, they are 4 comedians.
The Michael
living in Los
McDonald
Angeles. But together.
Did we just put on a show called Michael McDonald and there's no comedy? It's just us doing like kind of a loose, kind of good Michael McDonald, like
Just
4
I
or
don't
5
even know the
shows.
words to the song we're singing now.
Cinnamon roll.
I said that because I'm insecure.
Wise man has some powder.
Wise man has the powder.
He came from somewhere back in her long ago.
Yeah.
I don't have a joke. That's just the real line.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no river wide enough.
Kenneth Warren.
What are we drafting today?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Can you
you got
give me
that.
this real quick? I mean, in case, if you listen to All Fantasy Everything, I imagine you're listening to Punch Up the Jam. But in case You're one of those poor fools.
Oh,
Who is
God.
it?
Poor unfortunate souls. Yeah, Punch Up the Jam is basically a podcast where we take songs that we like or know very well and then talk about the lyrics, because I think a lot of people listen to songs and don't listen to lyrics, because most songs have insane fucking lyrics.
Yes.
So we like break them apart and like do comedy around them, and at the end of every episode we have a punch up that we premiere, which is essentially just like a rewrite or some sort of
Which
remake.
is always so
so
goddamn
fun.
It's
funny.
really
Yeah,
fun.
I was rolling in Austin. I was dying in Austin.
If you were one of the sweet son of a bitches who came to see us live at South by Southwest, you saw Punch Up the Jam live, and I almost threw myself from the second story. I was laughing so hard at the Mambo number 5 one. It was so fucking funny.
That
Yeah.
song
Make sure
is
you
a
check it
lot
out.
deeper than I thought.
That song is fucked. It's great though.
It's a real weird move.
Every time we do any of these songs that are like super popular, I get instantly worried that it's like, oh, are people gonna listen to these songs and just be like, I can't not think about what I hate about it now? And I'm like, no, these are songs we're doing because we love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
so fun.
no. I mean, you could. I think intellectually you could hate Mambo number 5, but then when it comes on, you're dancing.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna grab your aunt. And anybody listening, I'm gonna dance with your aunt to Mambo number 5. little too drunk at the wedding.
Little too drunk.
Like one beer over the line, but still fun though.
Hand about pinky on the hand, maybe half an inch lower than everyone
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, maybe I dropped that dip a little deeper. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna get to the part where they list all the names, you're like, a little bit of Aunt Jessica in my life. Just keep repeating Aunt Jessica. It's like, she's gonna get the message.
Yeah, we're gonna get married.
You dance up to the bar, a little more wine in my cup, and then also slide right back out to the
That's the
dance floor.
problem is when you hear that song, then that whole night is Mambo number 5.
Yeah. Play it again.
I'm Mambo number drunk.
Cosmo number 5.
Damn.
I probably shouldn't drive.
We're going to a wedding this weekend.
I'm just kidding. I'm good.
Let me get those
What were you
keys. I
saying,
am
Sean?
not the valet. All right.
Let's go to a wedding this weekend. I want to try this out. There's
You
got
can
to be
just
one
go
somewhere.
to a wedding on a whim?
We can
That
just
is-
find one.
What are you talking
Let's
about?
go to one
you wanna
country and
crash a
find a
wedding.
wedding
Yeah.
and go to it.
There should be a service for like, it's like, if you don't have too many friends and you want people to come to your wedding, you just post your wedding and anyone can come.
Oh, like paid mourners.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Except
would
not
do that.
paid. The only thing you get is free food.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Still, you got me.
Yeah.
Is it cruise
Open bar though, I get in and on that open bar.
There's some
Well, that
pub
becomes a
pastries.
problem.
Oh, yeah, all that.
Okay, I'll bring my own. You're right.
I'm Ian Carmel. Ian Carmel across platform.
There it is.
Twitter and Instagram.
There it is.
Blue check marks fucking in my cereal.
Every day in my face.
Verified.
It's the ice.
Yeah, make sure you fuck with the real Ian Carmel, not the non-fake ones on any of the platforms.
Are there no fake ones?
They're everywhere, dude.
When InfoWars hated me, somebody made a fake one.
Oh no, what was
That's
it? Just like, hey, I'm dumb.
I'm fat and Jewish, something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
Those
they're not funny. They don't,
those, got real sharp knives, those InfoWars
That's
folks.
right, yeah.
Really banging on all cylinders.
Couldn't cut a scoop of ice cream.
Sharp as a marble, they say.
Sharp as a marble. Listen to All Fantasy Everything. I don't think I have anything really to promote.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I saw one of those Trailblazers billboards with your name on it.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
You got drafted.
I got drafted by the
Congrats.
Blazers. No, it was, I'm friends with these people who run this, I don't even know the proper way to call it. They make t-shirts and also do social media stuff. They're not officially affiliated with the Blazers, but they're called Trailblazers.
Shout out Trailblazer.
My buddy Nick Nampe, not in the studio, not on mic, is
Super dank.
one of the Trailblazing guys. And they just got this idea, because all these cities, because LeBron is going to be a free agent this offseason.
True story.
So in LA, they were putting come to LA, LeBron, and Cleveland, they put him up, and in Philly, they put him up. And in Portland, where there's no chance he was ever going to go, they thought it would be funny to put LeBron, come be our third best player, basically. But they needed money to get a billboard, so I donated some money to the cause.
How much does
What
it
we're
cost to
talking
get
about? Philanthropy.
Yeah, dude.
Philanthropy. So it was, I don't know the exact amount, but I know me and Portugal the Man and this shop called Tender Loving Empire and a barber shop, Rudy's, which is a chain or something,
yeah.
and some Stumptown Coffee and a few, just some Portland luminaries all pulled some money together to
Hell
get
yeah.
this
Got him a
billboard out.
That's right.
And it
right.
was up, it's down now, but it was up for a month and a half right by the stadium.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
fantastic.
So fun.
Super dope.
Yeah. So if he comes, thank me later.
Don't at me.
Shout out to Marissa, our super producer. Follow her at Mars Mel on Twitter.
The superest.
Especially
Seriously.
if you play Overwatch.
Yeah. Oh God, I saw this look in her eye yesterday.
Yeah.
Never seen it before.
Yeah, we saw Marissa playing Overwatch. It was crazy.
cool.
They had to get a new TV down there because she burned a hole in the one last night.
Yeah.
Damn.
With this crazy look in her eye, and she went right when I walked in. She got killed.
I
Somehow.
don't know where the machete came from, but I know where it went.
I need to learn how to play Overwatch. I've never played it, but it looks like fun.
It's intimidating.
There are
It's
also
so
just
fast.
there are too many new games, and like every
Dude.
2 weeks there'll be a new game that everyone's really into.
Fortnite
and I just-
Or
Yeah,
whatever it is when
God
this
of War,
drops.
or
I've seen
God
a
of War's
bunch
coming
of
out.
I've seen a bunch of raps about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yes, apparently Fortnite's like a huge problem in baseball now. Like people are addicted to
Yes,
it. And it's
in the
taking-
NBA
In
too.
baseball?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I
It's so
saw-
funny.
I love that these dudes are just bringing their shit with them on the road. And
Yeah.
like it's so fun to
Boring.
think
They're
about.
playing 162 games.
I
It's
miss
just fun to
being
think
really
like
into
going to the
video
hotel,
games.
plugging in their shit, and just playing video games.
Not me. I'm playing Stardew Valley, working on my farm.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Keep it
still
shit plastic.
Chung-
making
Go.
my way through the PS2 game Donald Duck Going Quackers.
Hey, hey.
Since 2000, I've
We'll
not
talk
finished
about
it. I'll beat it one day.
That's a fine line, though.
And then I'll move on to a 2001 game.
That DuckTales game was good on Nintendo. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
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 Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, I remember.
It is
Good.
declared.
Good. I'm glad you fucking
Good.
remember.
Well, good. Then go.
We'll go then.
All right, I'm gone.
I'm going.
Then go.
Let's go then.
Go then.
I'll go then.
Abraham Lincoln, bro.
I've never seen that movie.
You ever seen Wayne's World?
You've never seen
kidding.
Shawshank
I seen
Redemption?
Wayne's
What is this?
World.
I
What is
actually
this
have
shit
not
torn-
seen
You haven't
Wayne's
seen
World. I
Wayne's
have
World?
not.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
The
yeah,
heat's
yeah.
off you.
Here's the crazy thing. I just didn't get into movies until like college.
Yeah.
I watched TV and I played video games and I watched any movie that like was in my orbit, but
Oh,
I
that,
didn't
yeah.
like go see movies. So when
Did you go
I
to the movies in high school?
well, I did, but it was like
But you're not dipping back into like
Where did you
Wayne's World
kiss?
Yeah,
Where was
right?
your first kiss?
where was my first kiss? Probably
At the
not at the
movies.
movies because I distinctly remember going to movies when it was like National Treasure or
Yeah.
like The Family Stone. If it's something where it's like, can I get a friend to go with me?
Yeah.
And then as an
yeah.
adult, I was like, I don't need to go with friends. I can see whatever the fuck I want.
Wasn't
Oh,
that
I
fun?
love
Like,
going to
shit
movies.
to
I
like-
could go by myself. Yeah, it's
It
fun.
rules.
I prefer it. I don't want to go with either of these degenerates.
Yeah, what,
Dude,
are we
I'm not going to see
talking
the
during
art,
Phantom
the art
Thread?
house films I'm going to see.
I have
No, I'm not.
I have a whole going to the movies ritual, like smoke weed in my room,
Yeah.
Nice.
get a step right before uncomfortably
Yes.
high. Then I go up to Antigua on the corner. I cop like a tuna melt
Yeah.
and some fries,
Ooh.
and then I put it in my pocket or my backpack, and then I go to the movies. And because what are you going to say to me? You're a teenager. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I have like, I'm going to eat this food in there.
Tuna melt is such a flex. That is not a
Yeah.
quiet sandwich.
Yeah.
No, well, but it's
Smell wise.
Like,
You want
oh
them
yeah,
to smell.
yeah.
You want them to
I
try.
want,
and
yeah,
say
I want him to know. I
Yeah.
wish a motherfucker would say something about my tuna melt in this movie.
Excuse me, sir. Is that a tuna melt?
Yeah, it is.
Sure
and you know
is.
what else this is? Cocoa. So leave me alone.
Hot cocoa.
I was
Oh,
just
the movie Cocoa. I thought you were having tuna melt and hot
That would be
cocoa.
crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be too
All
much.
the kids
I
crying
feel
their
like
eyes
y'all-
out. Like, what's that smell?
Tuna melt and hot cocoa.
Whoa. We go together like tuna melts and hot cocoa.
Yeah, no shit.
Surprisingly well. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it just works. I love them. But, no. Yeah, I got a whole. Yeah, I love going to the movies by myself.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's fun.
It's very adult.
Speaking of movies, y'all,
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
we are we're not here in the Headgum Studios to banter, although that would be fun.
It is fun.
We are here in beautiful Headgum Studios in scenic downtown Los
Hop,
Angeles.
skip, and a jump from the row.
Just a quiet whisper from
Right,
Skid
you can
Row.
see it if you're mad at it.
Oh yeah, oh
Right.
yeah, same
Right.
zip code and everything.
Right there.
To draft fantasy wise, what is the right word for what we're doing here? Movie tropes,
Yeah.
I think
things,
that's good.
Movie.
Movie trope things. Well, I
movie
think
trope cliches,
yeah.
sort of
things
things
that like we're sick of. Or
Well, not even sick
not sick
necessarily.
of, just like things. Yeah.
Just like familiar movie devices.
Things that happen in movies. Hella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that happen
If
in
you
movies,
haven't gotten
hella.
what we're drafting from that the variety of that Chex mix of descriptions we just gave you,
I'll throw like unrealistic in there.
well,
You know.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
Some are just like-
some of well no
Very
we'll
recognizable.
Yeah, we'll
movie.
get there.
A lot of rappers have told me they live their lives like it's a movie.
yeah.
It's mostly just the one Scarface.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Scarface? I thought it was Scarface.
Yes.
It's
Scarface, dude.
Like he was a World War I pilot. Okay.
But also he had an eating problem.
Scarface.
Scarface, dude.
It's a Kobayashi biopic.
Yeah, dude. That's the best.
That's what we're drafting. Oh, sorry, David.
No, I was just saying now I want to call professional eaters Scarfaces.
We
You
should.
can.
Yeah.
No one's stopping
You
you.
can do whatever you want, dude.
We're in before July 4th.
You heard it here first.
Hell yeah, the movement starts right now.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag Scarface.
Yeah, space.
You got to make sure you do the
Yeah.
capitalization right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Now, to determine the order of this auspicious draft, we're going to play a rollicking game of rock, paper, scissors. Play between the three of you.
Ooh.
You throw on shoot. And here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Oh! The G is victorious.
I
yet
switched up my
again.
delivery.
I
and
was
it
victorious. We did scissors. He did
Yeah,
paper.
but you both did scissors, and he had the unique
that's
one.
all right.
I was up on
Unique
you by
one.
like 0.12%.
How about
Yeah,
Zach
well,
going 0 for 9? I didn't
yeah,
know
like
anything about
I
that.
was a baby, and then I grew into a strong man who can defeat you.
Tuna milk.
You should have
Easy
killed them
tuna
while you
milk.
could. We've had people run analytics on our rock, paper, scissors games.
Yeah.
And I always thought David won a majority of them, but he was only up like 1 on Sean.
Well, at this point, though, I have won a majority.
You have
Today,
one.
today I was up.
Zach Toscani's done it 9 times, and he's 0 for 9.
That
That's
sounds like a
even-
record I'd get.
That's spooky,
That's
though.
spooky.
I know, because he's
Like-
fucking such a lunatic.
You know, another fun fact about Zach: no reflection in a mirror.
No, it's different.
Figure that out.
Yeah,
What
ever
is that,
since he
the
moved
hard
in, the winds sort of talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't like what they're saying. Now, David, it's up to you to determine the order of the draft. Before you do that, I'd love to remind you that it is a serpentine draft.
Okay, what does that mean?
Excellent question.
Bean burrito, no onions in your right hand,
Uh-huh.
red sauce. Bean burrito, no onions in your left hand, green sauce.
Okay.
You take a bite of the green sauce.
Mhm.
Take a bite of the red sauce.
Okay.
Red sauce is pretty good.
Okay.
You take another bite of the red sauce.
Okay.
You go back over to the green sauce. You
Alright.
take a bite. Green sauce is pretty good.
Basically,
Take
what that
take
means.
Another bite.
Yeah. What he's saying that is if you pick 4th in the first round, you pick 1st in the second round.
Oh yeah, you
It's
had to.
also crazy
You had
to
to
me
have
that you
gathered
love
that.
the spice of a red sauce, but not onions.
Hate
Sorry,
onions.
now's not the time.
Different spice.
Now's not the
Hate-
time. Now's not the time.
hate onions.
Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
Every time's the fucking time.
False
Yeah.
count anyway.
Hate onions.
Well, let's
They're not
I love
spicy.
a good onion.
Is a big piece of poop spicy?
What? Is that what you think onions taste like?
I mean,
don't
it
know
depends
poop
on what
tastes
you
like,
ate.
but I assume.
Yeah.
You've never eaten poop?
No, I've never eaten poop.
All right. Well, let's.
Hey man, try
Maybe
it.
All
we
the
go to
things
Taco
I've
Bell
done.
after this,
Maybe, yeah, maybe we do.
and we make some moves.
Oh, I was
Maybe
like,
we
this is
do.
about eating poop or onions. I'm losing the thread.
I honestly don't know anymore.
One and then the other.
Who's one to
Chisel,
say?
what's the order of the draft going to be?
Okay. Shit.
Yep.
Didn't think about that.
Make me
I've
first.
been fucking myself going first lately, I think.
In the last draft, you did.
You really did.
Ooh, but you couldn't have known. You got the person you wanted.
That's true. And because of that, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
You dick.
I'm gonna go Demi second.
Okay. Double D's.
I think I'm gonna go Ian third.
It's
Sean, of
just-
course you're last.
Okay.
Of course you're last. What did you think was gonna happen?
We're going
I
count.
won rock paper scissors.
Fuck you, Chandra Dawson.
Fuck you, Chandra Dawson.
Go then, you piece of shit. You ain't getting nothing on my list.
I know I'm not getting nothing on your list because it's all eat mayonnaise sandwiches or whatever.
Need a mayonnaise sandwich.
Yeah,
Should go on a
famous-
mayonnaise sandwich.
With the first pick in the whatever we're going to end up naming this Marissa draft, David Bory, you are on the clock.
I'm taking walk/run dramatically away from like a fire or
Yeah,
explosion.
Yeah.
The one that comes to my mind specifically is almost said Vivica Fox.
I was like, when she do that?
Yeah, that is.
Didn't
not-
she do it?
Angela Bassett walking away from her man's car that she set on fire and waiting to exhale.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was reckless. She was so strong. She was in her 90 outside smoking a cigarette. But yeah, walking. It's always great. It's
always
always
great.
so cool.
Yeah.
Fire and slow motion should always be together.
Do you guys remember at the Oscars when I think it was Will Ferrell and Andy Samberg did that song "Cool Guys and Look at Explosions"?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
J.J. Abrams show. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm glad you guys nailed it.
Yeah,
It's true.
no, you guys, they really read the pulse of society. On
Yes.
that.
There's one in Lucky Number 11, Bruce Willis and Josh Hartnett.
There
walking
is.
away.
Is that what today's going
Were we on
I
the mic
distinctly
the first time we
remember that.
talked about that, or were we off mic? I can't remember.
What?
The first time Slevin came up.
I don't know. I can't remember. We were
It was
talking
on.
about Lucky Number
was
11
on?
earlier.
It was.
In case it was off mic,
There's
it's not
another
the
one.
first time that Slevin has come up today.
No, and it might not be the last because there's a lot of stuff in there. But that's Bruce Willis and Josh Hartnett walking away. They don't even glance at the huge
It's
building
great.
exploding behind them
Yeah.
Because it's so bad.
because they've just done it so much, you
They're
know.
like, our dicks are so big.
That's one of those things that probably came from like the insurance companies being like, they can't They cannot face the explosion.
Absolutely.
And then they're like,
I mean, I'm sure it's
luckily
some
it looks cool.
danger thing, but I mean,
Yeah.
it happens to look cool, but I can't imagine the very first time it happened was not.
I think it was born of liability.
I don't think it was a bad. It's so badass.
It is
I know,
very
but I think it was an
badass.
accidentally badass thing.
By this time, I'm sure it's more liability than badassness. Because over time, it's like, we've seen this so much, it's not as badass anymore.
Yeah.
It's still kind of badass.
It's still badass, but it's like...
You can't, like, the when it comes to, like, big productions and insurance, it's crazy how careful they are. It makes sense, but,
Sure.
like, we had this thing where we shot on our roof of our studio, which is solid, which is, like, there's, like, tables and, like, you can eat up there and everything.
But you were doing a handstand.
I was
right
doing a
on the edge.
handstand, and, like, a handstand push-ups.
yeah.
And screaming verses from the Torah. And anyone who would make eye contact with me. But,
Completely understand.
Gordon was supposed to, like, look like he was going to jump off the roof, right? But it was like we were going to cut when he was still like 5 or 10 feet away from the edge of the roof.
Yeah.
And he had to be on a bungee.
Even just 5 or 10 feet to stop.
10 feet, yeah. On a bungee with like a stunt coordinator present.
Really?
And like a pad on the ground underneath just in case.
Crazy.
Like all this
Would it be
stuff.
crazy if he just went for it?
Would have been amazing. Oh, yeah. It's still, but like that's how careful it is. And he was like, surely this can't, like we have to. This
Yeah,
is
that doesn't-
ridiculous.
that's-
But they were like,
that's-
no, man, we can't do it like without.
I get that.
Yeah, I kind of do too. So that's why I think
So,
the explosion
okay,
thing is
maybe.
important. It does look awesome. Not to take
Happy
anything away from
accident. Happy accident.
Sure.
it. Also, doesn't Vivica A. Fox run away from an explosion in Independence Day?
I think she does.
Yeah,
I think
everybody
she
does. At some
Yeah.
point in
Yeah.
that movie.
Where she was like,
Well, no, another
Her with
thing
Ross-
happens that might get picked.
And then
Her
the
with Ross
dog
Bagley.
also runs away from the explosion.
yeah.
Badass dog.
No. They run, but then they have to jump into the side thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, Barclay!
Yeah.
I don't love that movie, but I do love the little pieces of it like that.
There are fun little set pieces in the movie.
Yeah, I love that. You don't love that movie?
I don't. I
Love
think
that
I saw it
movie.
also just too late. It's like one of those movies where you see
I
it.
suppose.
You had to
It's
see
just
it that
too late.
summer.
Yeah,
You had to
absolutely.
see it.
I mean,
that.
I just remember, like, the first time I saw that trailer where the White House blows up, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I didn't see the movie for like 12 years later.
See, I went to see it that summer multiple times. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
the first time
I
seeing
might have
it.
seen it July 5th. I didn't see it on the 4th, but it might have been the 5th.
I was
ID4.
I was like shitting my pants, just like, Mom, it's God! Like I was freaking out.
It is so. ID4. ID4 was such a big thing that, like, for ages, I just assumed it was part of the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
No,
just like
no.
because they've added 4 just because of the day it came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, no.
That marketing was strong.
ID4,
No,
Playboy.
that was a blitz.
Yeah.
Not Will Smith's first summer won't be as long.
No, God,
Hell
he's
no.
got some.
By the
Right,
way,
too,
you guys
next-
see the new Bad Boys.
Oh,
Is
Bad
the
Boys for
trailer out?
Life.
They're doing it.
2020.
Wait, Bad Boys
Oh,
for Life.
I don't think the trailer's out.
Okay.
No, I just mean they're
I was gonna
it's
say.
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
It's
Apparently, the spin-off TV series that was going to be like Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba was not picked up by NBC.
What?
Really?
Yeah, which seems like a slam dunk.
How do you
Called
not throw
Bad
them up?
Girls?
I don't know what it was called.
Gabrielle Union, man.
I hope that it's like, because Gabrielle Union was in the movie, so I imagine that Jessica Alba is some like new character. I hope she's like a goofy like Martin Lawrence type.
Yeah.
Oh, I want her to be goofy.
I do too.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, they got one of them's got to be. It's not going to be Gabrielle Union. I'll tell you that.
What? She's hilarious.
She doing good?
She's serious, man.
What are you talking
She's
about?
serious now with that
Have
new
you
mother,
never-
with that new like protected
Payback
mother
is
movie that
a
came
Oh,
out.
that movie, but like,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
seen her on Instagram with her husband? It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying she couldn't, but I want her to be the serious one in
Plus,
that movie
right with
for
the way
sure.
it went.
She's already been in the movies and she's serious in the movies.
Yeah,
it'd
you want her
weird
to be
like,
Mike
she's
Lowry.
different.
She is. I mean, that's why she's dating Mike Lowry. They're like,
Lowry.
Mike Lowry.
Fuck, you look 30.
I thought Mike Lowry was here for a second.
Just for the listeners, it was not.
That wasn't Mike Lowry. That was me.
A great instance of an explosion like that when they subvert it in The Other Guys and they turn to look at the explosion and it just like blows them back. And
Oh,
they just
yeah.
hate it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That movie was so funny too.
It's so good. God.
It's so fucking.
Have you ever been near an explosion?
Not really.
I don't know if I would look either because I'd be running away and crying.
Yeah, I think I'd be scared if I knew something was gonna straight up. I've like
Oh,
shot
no.
bottles, rockets, and stuff soaked in gasoline.
I've been very
Not
close to like large fires, but not
Yeah.
explosions.
Yeah, not an explosion.
I don't think I've ever been by like a big ass explosion though.
I would be afraid that something would like a quarter or something nearby would just explode and hit
Shrapnel.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, shrapnel is my
Yeah.
biggest fear. I
Yeah.
can take fire, but something being thrown at me is where I draw the line.
Sure. Buy a fire. When a fire throws it at me, no thanks.
No,
I don't need
pass.
that.
When something gets thrown by a natural force like that?
So I don't fuck with
Like
thunder.
you get Nolan Ryan throwing me a fastball, sure, I'll knock it out of the park, but not a fire. I don't need a fire
a
thrown.
fire pitching, get out of here.
Chandra Dawson. That arm doesn't get tired on the fire.
No.
Walking away or running away from an explosion. Which do you prefer? You like the calm walk.
I like the calm walk. I really think about the Angela Bassett where it's just like, because the running away is like, the walking away is like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when everybody else is running and you're just walking.
I can't be sure this happened, but I feel like it. It definitely did in Man on Fire.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Title scene.
Yeah, of course. I love that movie.
It's great.
Great.
A man can be an artist in anything.
Is that the one with Dakota Fanning, or is that
Yeah.
Deja
Yeah.
Vu?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one with Dakota
Dakota
Fanning.
Fanning is that one.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
God, that might have to make an appearance this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, dude.
Big plan.
In the Fortress of Solitudes.
Yeah, all day. Fortress of Solitude's got its thing, babe.
Walking away from explosion. That's my first one.
Danny, it is time for your first pick.
I think for my first pick, I'm gonna choose when the villain says, "We're not so different, you and I."
The face-off.
The face-off.
Oh, I love that.
Sometimes when it's like the hero has a gun to him, he's like, "We're not so different, you and I, Mr.
Yeah.
Bond."
Yeah.
And then they always get out of it.
That's
Oh. Sometimes they'll be like, they'll just have been like beat up, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't know me at all.
Yeah, that's how the hero's so mad.
You think you're the good guy? He like spits blood away.
Yeah. He spits it on the ground.
I'm not a villain, you're the villain.
I'm nothing like you, you're a murderer.
We're nothing alike, and then he shoots him.
Yeah.
Here's the difference between you and me. Then they spit the blood.
I wear hockey pads.
I wear hockey
I
pads.
wear hockey pads.
I do wear hockey pants. I don't have a police sniper aiming at me right now. What? And then
We planned that. I told him I was going to say the line, and
I
it worked.
didn't even think about that today. We're not so different, you
Oh,
and I.
yeah. We're not
love
so different, you and I.
Yeah,
I
right.
think
Fuck
someone
no,
made
so
a
good.
straight up supercut of people saying that in movies, and I never think it's that big. Like I always go like, yeah, it's this line, but I don't realize how often it happens until
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna watch that when I go home.
yeah.
Have you ever said that or even had the urge to say that to someone in real life?
No,
Yeah.
you say that you gotta know that like you're an evil. You're
the
saying
evil
it to
guy.
someone that's
It's
like,
a badass. Well, you guys are crazy.
Well, but,
I want to say it all the time. You know what a cool time would be to say it?
Please.
Before you cross somebody up in basketball.
Oh, shit.
Could you imagine?
you just have a moment where
God,
you're just like,
imagine?
you know, we're not so different, you and I, and then I'd be like, we're very different. You just crossed me. I can't do that
Your
shit.
ankles are broken.
Yeah, now we're different. You can't walk because you broke your
Yeah,
ankles.
I think it would be so.
Oh
We're
my
very
God.
different, you and I.
It would be so cool. I think that's actually a lot of people don't realize that that's a big thing Jordan used to say to people.
We're not so different, you and I.
Yeah, cross them up.
Damn.
Yep, just said it like a fucking
The
psycho.
only difference between you and I, Haynes.
Also, so much money.
Gary
So
Payton
much
would be
richer.
like, Michael Jordan, so it's come to this.
We're not so different, you and I, Mr. 23.
Listeners, it's summertime. If you want to go to a playground and record you doing We're Not So Different, You and I, and then cross to someone up, even if it's just a friend, and send that in,
Find a child.
we'll send you 5 All Fantasy Everything bucks, which are not redeemable anywhere.
Or real bucks.
Yeah, they're not real bucks
They're
either.
not even papers.
Or the
that we have.
feeling that you
Yeah.
can enjoy.
We'll send you some
You
vibes.
can trade them in for
Good
like.
vibe.
Either way,
Things.
I feel like it's just a good thing. I think ping pong you could do it. I think you could do it on a pool. I think it's like a really good way to serve somebody.
Sometimes I'll say that shit to like a big tray of Panda Express before I eat it.
We're not so different, you and I.
We're not so different, you and I.
slippery shrimp.
You, a cream cheese rangoon. Me, also a crusty thing with cream cheese inside.
Soon enough.
The hunter has become the hunted.
Wait, that's another one.
Oh,
Well, but it's in the same
Okay.
sort of realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fun to say to your Panda Express, though, for sure.
Become hunted.
That's great though. I love it.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, we're not so different. Do they actually say that in Face Off?
Yeah, I'm pretty
they
sure.
have to.
They
gotta.
have to.
If you got a line where he
Also-
says face off, yeah, he's
Yeah.
saying.
Also, I was at the Getty today.
Yeah, you
Read
were.
that.
You know what I learned?
Huh.
So, when was the last time you saw Face Off?
Is it at the
It's been a
Getty?
decade.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It should be.
I thought there's like a big shootout part. I thought you were going to say it was at the Getty. I've never been to the
Oh,
Getty.
no. I was looking at a sculpture. Castor and Pollux were brothers in Greek mythology. I had no idea. Because Castor and Pollux Troy in
Yeah.
Face Off.
That movie is insane.
It's
So good.
so bad that it's great.
Yeah.
It's
It's
that
great.
movie's fucking
Oh, it's just
All the
totally
face
great.
waterfalls.
Man,
It's like I'm looking at myself, only not.
or when they take the isolate his voice, he's just like, Peach. I could eat a peach for hours.
I could eat a peach for hours.
When you take
That's as bad as Laker girls to me.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's
saying-
way creepy.
I could eat a-
when she sits down and he goes, if I were to send you flowers, wait, if I were to let you suck on my tongue,
Yeah.
would you be grateful? You're
And
like,
he doesn't know that.
oh, dude,
He
you
doesn't
feel
know
so
weird Nicolas
squirmy.
Cage like suck on my tongue.
When you give two dudes like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, you're like, all right, you guys don't even have to. You get to be the other person in this movie. I'm sure they're both like,
They went-
what,
they
dude?
went,
Are you fucking
What?
serious? What's the budget, dog? I'll do it for free. I can be John Travolta's like, I can be Nicolas Cage.
I would love to be in the room when they do that thing where it's like they meet each other to learn what each person is like. Just being in the room with them together, like they're stuck in a cabin, just learning how the other person is crazy.
oh god, that would have
Imitating
been nuts.
Yeah.
See, that's the movie I want to see.
Right?
I don't give a shit about Jim Carrey being Andy Kaufman. Show me the movie.
For real.
Right?
Yes.
Show me the movie where those two figured each other out.
I didn't even see Man on the Moon, and I'm a stand-up comedian. I don't care.
Yeah, I
But
don't
I want to
shit.
see. Yes.
I want to see those two like they're just like watching each other move and like mimic. Oh, that would be
Yes.
that would be so good.
I wanted to get the OJ Made in America treatment. 6 parts.
Yeah,
10 hours.
yeah,
I
want the whole
would
thing.
absolutely watch like a season of like Ryan Murphy's Feud that's just about them
Oh
learning
my
each other's
God,
patterns.
that would be
God.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this thing's got.
We got a pitch.
Yeah, we might,
FX,
need to,
if you're
we
listening.
might need to cut this out. A lot of execs listen to this and they're headhunting.
Marissa, add one long air horn over the last 5 minutes of the podcast.
So as I was saying,
Yeah.
Like a song about that barge that crossed the LA River outside. We had
We
nothing to do
recorded
with
a
it.
barge. Okay, it's time for my first pick. And my first pick is going to be when someone is close to cracking a case, but then the FBI comes in and takes it all over.
Yes.
This is my case,
With their
goddammit.
windbreakers. It's, I was this close! And it's like, sorry, it's in the Bureau's hands
Then
now.
they have to go rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that shit
yeah,
figure it
happens.
out.
Fucking rush hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it when that
Best
happens.
fucking- Yeah.
When the windbreakers pop in, sometimes they're getting out of a helicopter.
Yeah.
And they're doing that ducking under a helicopter thing that they always
Yes.
do.
And they're
That's-
always wearing glasses.
Yeah, sunglasses, ducking under a
Happens at the end
helicopter.
of the A-Team, the movie. Because it's John Hamm. That's the only reason I remembered that.
Yes.
Really?
I tried to do a bit about that, about like why do people duck like they haven't it should take one head getting cut off before the helicopter blade is high enough where you don't need
Yeah.
to duck under it. Like just
I think it's just
hop up.
terrifying, probably.
Yeah, probably. And it's probably kind of fun
Violent, too.
Probably kind of fun too. I'd
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
And
I'd
you've seen
duck and
people in
run.
movies do this, you're like, oh, what am I going to do in a helicopter again? Guess I better do the duck thing.
What are you doing? This is my case. Not anymore, it's not.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
dude. And then-
Bureau's taking over. It's federal now.
And then
Yeah,
the
that's what it is. It's always like, you're
Don't
out of your
jurist my
jurisdiction.
diction crap.
You're out of your jurisdiction.
Yeah, they found another body in Virginia. This is federal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Across
also,
the river, that's state lines.
I also
This
love
is my case.
when it immediately backfires, when it's like the FBI is carting the villain away, and then the villain escapes, and then the original guy's got to go after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the FBI wasn't qualified. Now we have to do it with the better service, the LAPD. The much more qualified law enforcement.
It's like
Kearns
Axel's back
County
on the
Sheriff's
case.
Office.
Yeah, it's always like,
The theme comes back in, it's like boom, bam, bum, bum, but it's like dramatic now.
Yeah.
I never thought about it, but cop movies are almost always underdogs.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
cops,
Like it's never the it's never the good cops who solve the
cops
crime.
who are never underdogs.
Yeah.
Are always the
It's always
underdogs.
like, Taggart, you can't solve this. You smoke cigarettes and your wife died.
They make them
I'll
underdogs.
show you.
They make them underdogs by going like, but there are bigger cops.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
He's still a scary dog. That's just a wolf.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
you had a movie about the president, and it's like the world president just came in. It's like,
Yeah.
what? But this is my era. It's like, not anymore. It's not.
They found a body in Canada. It's just the world.
He crossed state
president.
lines. This is a world case. Sorry, UN's taking over for this one.
Oh, man.
Ban Ki-moon is in charge now. Or who? I don't even know if it's
Boutros is
still-
coming out of
yeah.
retirement.
Oh, man.
Boutros Ghali.
Boutros.
If not Boutros.
Check it. Your boy, Boutros Ghali.
God, that killed. Sacha Baron Cohen, man.
Guy's
Funny dude.
Guy is funny. There's no
Look out for
doubt.
Detox.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Look out for Detox. Yeah, so I just love when the FBI comes in, overthrow and just takes over the case, and
It's
the
so
guy or girl's just like, whoa,
Yeah.
damn it,
It's so fun.
because they were so close.
They get to their Dark Knight of the Soul, we're just
Yeah.
like, all of this research, all gone.
Yeah.
These photos, which kind of look like these photos. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, now we're getting into other tropes.
I'm
They,
sorry.
they have some theory that they're like, ends up being true, but the FBI is like, that's ridiculous. We're doing this by the book.
The FBI is always dumber.
There's no
than-
way
Yeah,
it's
they're
the
way dumber,
baker
yeah.
and the candlestick maker. Get out of here, Jenkins. This is why you're a local cop.
That's why you're local. And you're always going to be local.
Yeah. And then at the end, okay, anyway.
All right.
Sure.
Chantel Jordan.
Now I gotta be honest. I'm having to think a little bit on my feet because I just saw movie tropes. I didn't know we were doing stuff that we were like into, and I'm going to be able to do that.
Okay,
but I just
okay.
thought
Can
we were
I
doing.
bring something up?
Yes.
I feel like the last few weeks, Sean's not been drafting with his heart, and I don't like that.
Oh, this is?
I don't like that
I
you're
will-
doing that.
No. When I saw movie tropes, I just was like, "What are movie tropes?" And I just went over like the biggest
What
things
is-
that I kind of.
What did you think? Like, what was one of the ones you would have drafted to say you went first?
I'll make it my first pick.
Oh, okay.
Just
okay.
because
okay,
that's
okay.
how
probably
we're gonna
still
do it.
fits. I
But I'm
think-
just telling.
Don't
Actually,
you-
I'll
don't-
make it.
Don't you fucking little Boosie me
I'm
right
not.
now. is what
And
I'm
don't you
saying.
dare. This is different than fucking Lils and Youngs because I know a lot about movies. So the first one I'll do, just playing a little jazz over here while I'm listening to these picks, something
yeah.
that I'm really into,
Okay.
is when there's a drug bust and they like, is that cocaine? And then the cop walks up with his knife, cuts it open.
Yes, that was gonna be my
And
next pick.
He takes his
that's so
pinky,
badass.
You got
he takes his
Boosie.
pinky and he gums it and he goes, "Yeah, boys." That's 100% Bolivian. If
Oh,
I'm
yeah. They don't even say, like, yes, they just go, pure Colombian or something.
Yeah.
He just looks up at the clock on the wall at 4:30. Yeah, I have fucked a Bolivian hooker before. It's about that time.
It's always the pinky, and it's always the weirdest thing for coke. It's like, mucha coca.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Like, what?
I don't know if I'd know it if I gummed it. And like,
Oh.
they're supposed to be cops.
I know.
I
You
know.
would know. You know
How
that's
am I to know
sensación.
Okay, how am I to know what
Have
it
you ever
tastes?
tasted cocaine?
No.
Sensación.
Idiot.
But
Well,
how am I
that's
supposed to
different
know
from
if
you,
it
a
tastes any different than like sugar or baking soda, whatever
Day
else
one,
they're
I
putting
know
in
what
there?
cocaine tastes horrible.
I don't know.
It
Day
tastes
One
like
on the
cocaine.
forest. Day one on the forest, they do like the Pepsi challenge, but with
Yeah.
cocaine and just sugar
Yeah.
and like baby powder.
That's true.
Yeah.
We've replaced
That's where our
Dr.
tax
Jenkins
dollars go.
sugar.
Like, all right, everyone,
Okay.
grab your plastic knives. You can still do the little flip 'em out move, but you gotta take a little bit of each.
Or you know what's kind of tight too is when they'll take their knife and just kind of get a little bit on there and fucking do a bump.
Yes.
Goodfellas has that guy where he smile. You know, they taste the cocaine.
Yeah.
Does he smile all creepy?
Yeah.
I love it. I love that.
You know what cocaine tastes like. The sense of smell and the sense of taste are
I
inextricably
mean,
Yeah,
the
the
back of my
trip is-
throat knows what it
I
tastes
feel
like. I
like if I tasted a white powder and I was like, I don't know what this tastes like, I'd be like, oh, that's probably cocaine.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
you guys. I'm gonna say I've tasted a bunch of different white powders. And I'm not even a cop. I know I can put my finger in and know that it's
Cocaine
cocaine.
tastes like
Except
powdered
for
batteries. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
That's a pretty
You're
good way
making
to
a
say
mistake
it.
assuming that I know what a powdered battery is.
I'm sorry. I thought you were living. I thought this was Los Angeles.
All right, is this a Oregon thing?
Yeah, we do a lot of powdered batteries.
Is that a Voodoo Donuts
I gotta go.
secret menu item?
They'll put them on the foods.
Yeah.
Also, somebody called us out recently where it was like,
Heavily, like we're out
what
doing-
drugs do you do? We don't do drugs that often. And
No.
also, we don't encourage any of our listeners to also do drugs. But we're going to tell you exactly what's going on with
I'm
our
gonna tell,
lives.
yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what I know. I know what tastes like what.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You got
I'll
some
tell you what,
narcs listening?
We got a narc listening.
If I talk about drugs that I have done,
Yeah.
don't think that I do them. I have done meth before. I don't do
Whoa,
that.
you just offered that up.
That's why I'm picking my neck over here, dude. No, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like you can't take that shit so seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like I told you to do drugs.
No.
No.
drugs, you call
Hope
them.
did that.
Yeah, so hopefully you won't have to go through that.
Yeah.
I was raised in the projects, roaches and rats,
Yeah.
chokers
The
out back,
projects.
selling their mama's sofa. Anyways, that was a great pick.
I was trying
We
to
could come into the Heckam studio and give you bofa. The
broken
truth
glass
and the
everywhere,
jokes.
people pissing on the stairs, they just don't
Yeah.
care.
Can't take the smell, can't take the noise, got no money to do movada because I got no choice.
Burglars, gamblers, hustlers, scramblers, pickpocket peddlers, even panhandlers.
Well, he just can't turn around. Broke for sacroiliac. You know he actually did at some point, because otherwise why would you know sacroiliac?
Oh yeah, exactly.
I had only looked it up because I heard it in that song, and I'm like, what the devil?
Sacrilege.
I
Yeah.
also like that his kid just watches soap operas.
Yeah.
all my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. You didn't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. Which is also like, you're the dad. You went to work. You're just going to come home and be like, oh, man, I can't wait to watch Sugar Ray.
Oh, dang it, he got to a
Junior's watching Dallas. It's the 70s. You can still hit your kids. Anyways, the point is,
Every glass, everywhere.
yeah, that's why. Because he threw him out the window.
It starts with that crack sound, and it's like, oh, there's broken glass. Like, it sounds like you did it.
Yeah, you broke that glass.
He's got his dick out peeing, people pissing on the stairs, you know, they just don't care.
What if that whole song was just...
He did.
Can't take the smell, can't take the burning cash.
Yeah.
I don't want to move out. I guess I got no choice.
You up your girlfriend's car, and he's just walking away from his girlfriend's exploding car, not looking at it, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, not looking at it. Never looking at it.
Cut off my dick, my shoes are in the river.
And I'd listen to that song.
Go to the library, eat a copy of The Giver.
Oh,
Don't
All right.
stop me, or I might shit this book. I don't know what we're doing anymore.
yeah, I don't know.
This is
It's
the
good.
podcast.
Yeah.
It's good.
Having fun.
Yes. What's your next show?
Okay, Sean, you had
Next
something
one.
because we've been talking about this topic for a while.
I know, but
You said something you've been always wanting to pick for the longest time.
It is, but it doesn't necessarily fit what we're doing.
It does.
It's a big fucking trope in a movie. I'll pick it.
We still don't even know what the title is.
All right.
This is
Yeah.
If it's niche gate, well, I'll bring it up.
It is
We'll
one of my
do another
favorites,
one.
but it's because it just... I've never seen it in real life.
Okay.
And it's when people get groceries, and there's just a little bit of French bread sticking out of
Yes,
the top
that
of
was
the
on my
grocery
list.
bag.
The grocery bag.
That's completely one.
I see
yeah,
that.
that's one. Totally.
Absolutely.
But I just see it and I'm like, I've done bought groceries in my life, and never has there been even even a sliver.
And I love that it's
Here's
always
something
French
crazy,
bread
though.
sticking out.
My mom ate French bread a lot growing up,
Yeah.
and I did the grocery shopping.
Did you guys?
So
did
yeah,
you get them?
Yeah, we had French bread in our house.
Yeah,
too.
I totally had the paper bag.
But was
with,
it
like-
sticking out of the grocery
Yeah,
bag?
there's
on the
some
way home?
smaller sizes. You get like a demi baguette. It fits in the bag.
Yeah, and it's a, no.
Okay, so you have your own baguette.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
so you-
talking
I'm
about
doing
back
well
in the-
too.
Back in
Okay.
the day, you had only the two bags. Like you get the paper, the plastic,
Right.
and I got the paper and the plastic. But you'd be holding it, and yeah, you put all the stuff to the right, and then the baguette, so it doesn't smush.
Did like Sara Lee not exist in these days? Because it's always a baguette. It's no other type of bread.
Yeah, that's a good
My
point.
mom ate French, like an African. She ate French bread with condensed sweet milk on it.
My parents are also African, and I don't think a baguette has entered my household.
Are you
What else
serious?
have you been lying to us about?
No one's ever been here to call you on it.
They do stuff different in Nigeria.
I guess they do.
All right.
Ian and I always talk about South Dakota and Oregon the same way you guys are talking about Nigeria and Sierra Leone. It's
Places we are
surprisingly
not
similar.
from, just being like,
Yeah,
this
no, I
is the
believe
culture.
that. You South Dakotans are a bunch of baguette boys too.
You come to South Dakota and say that, fool.
I'll say it. I'll say it with my jeans
I
on.
feel like you. Anna's team strong because I'm gonna be there saying it too.
Also, I'm on the side of baguette boys.
Yeah, this whole thing is getting all turned around.
Go
We're
home
real
with-
excited.
We all got our guns on each other.
Yeah.
Can you even?
That's a trope.
Yeah.
You
Oh
better
shit!
stop pointing that gun at my dad.
Is this a Dakota standoff?
Come on, man. We are saying so many tropes
I know.
already.
It's
That
natural.
Sorry,
I
that
was
was
just
the
about to say,
loudest I've ever been on this. I apologize, Marissa. That was the loudest I've ever got.
No, we're all peaking
the
tonight.
grocery baguette is the cousin of when they drop a bag and oranges spill out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
always
Yeah.
it's baguette and oranges. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that is
Yeah.
a different trope, but it's like it's similar.
It's in there. It's the grocery
But
truck.
the French bread stick. All right, so then it'll work. What I'm doing. You guys just all three started so hot with like things that you were super stoked on.
Oh, and I got some
And,
things that are just
Ooh, I got some,
straight
and you can
chips.
fuck it up new wave style and put it in the front of a bicycle
You
basket.
could.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
yes.
could. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You can
that
get a smaller
was-
piece of bread that way.
Yeah.
By the way, nobody has. I also used to do the grocery shopping. You put the bags on the handlebars on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't put it.
Well, you got to balance them out.
Yeah, I'm an athlete.
Okay, fair.
I always hit my knees, and like when you turned, it would get all
Over
kitty
here.
wampy.
Yeah, well, it's hard being mom's little man, isn't it? I don't know what you want me to say.
Is that a big dog shirt?
Yes.
Sorry, saying mom.
It's the bootleg one my mom made. We didn't have a lot of money.
It's called Lil Pups.
Little pups.
It's the
big dog in overalls. It's hard being mom's little man.
It's a scowling corgi.
It's got that like puffy paint that you made it a sleepover.
Yes.
This is my new little pup overall set.
Go home. We don't even like you. You're just here because our moms are friends. Sorry, that was a weird.
I had
That's a
a
life
couple of
trope.
those friendships.
Yeah, that was a weird insight into my life. What's your next trope?
Taste of the cocaine, French bread,
Yeah.
stick under the groceries. My second trope is going to be, it's a bigger one. It's less specific, but I
Okay.
still love it. I just love when the bad guys,
Huh.
for no reason, have British accents.
Yes.
Oh,
They're
all
evil.
from
Yeah.
Britain. They're all from Britain.
Crazy.
And all their henchmen are Americans.
Yeah, unless
Like,
they're
it's funny-
also British.
I legitimately think that they want them to be British audience to be like, oh man, he's smart. He might pull this off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. They know something we don't.
Yeah.
We just don't trust British accents.
That
It's
accent, he's
interesting.
read the dictionary.
And there's that whole Jaguar commercial about it. Where,
There it is, yeah.
Like, what's Tom Hiddleston and everybody? They're all talking about we're villains in the movies.
In Star Wars, anyone who's not Darth Vader was played by a Brit, and then everyone else is like, British Admiral Piet or whatever.
Yeah, and then they dubbed over his voice. I guess they were like, no, it's not evil enough.
Yeah.
it's not.
Well, you can't have like Darth Vader looking like that, being like,
It's got like a Scottish
"Hello."
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should have a weird
I'm
voice,
going to
though.
Don't let it
Hello,
happen again.
planet.
It worked with Bane.
True.
It did. Well, I heard that Tom Hardy came in with that boy. Like they were gonna have Bane sound like way more bassy, and Tom Hardy came in like with a high kind of British thing, and they're like, all right, that works. But I heard that was his call.
Nobody cared
Which
who
is
I
pretty
was when I
tight.
put on the map. And they're like, oh, yeah, fuck it. It's so cool. It does.
Was that the only one where that movie came out? I was talking like that for like, man.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I
In my
straight up
house,
imitated the voice
especially me
constantly.
and my roommate Andre, literally anything you could have said about anything, we'd be like, I was born with a not enough tooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every line in that
Really
movie.
adapted to
You
it.
remember?
Bane says
You remember the
psychotic.
band The Darkness?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about like if they were, that I believe in a thing called love. This is the rhythm of my
Oh,
heart.
yeah, I do remember
There's a
that.
chance we can make it now. If Bane like knew the darkness and he goes, "You think the darkness is your ally? I went to high school with the darkness."
I believe in a thing called love was written about me.
That Bane voice was like a part of my personality. For
People
6
hated
months.
on it when it came out. And I was
Dude,
like,
I liked it as soon as he
I did
started
too.
talking.
I was like,
this dude is the shit.
I remember when the first trailer dropped, I was deep into, like, just being that guy on the internet who was, like, commenting on everything.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, that first trailer dropped and I was just like, I don't know about this voice. And they redubbed it for the next ones and I was like, whoa, this is fucking
Oh
crazy.
yeah, because the
I love
first trailer was a little wonky. Huh?
it. Yeah, you I couldn't hear what he was saying.
That's right.
But as soon as, like, they dropped that clip where it was, like, the first 7 minutes, like, it doesn't matter what I'm playing.
Because even in the movie, it seems like the rest of the sound shuts off when
Yeah.
he's talking. It's fucking sick.
I might go home and watch that shit.
it might have to be watched.
People don't
oh,
like
yeah,
The Dark Knight
dude.
Rises. I think it's great.
I like it too.
A lot of people don't
A
like
lot of people don't.
And I think it's just because it was like The Dark Knight was so high that for The Dark Knight Rises to be anything, it's like,
Yeah,
you
but it's
can't-
like I like other basketball players, even though Jordan was a basketball player.
Sure.
You know, I think we're in a room of people who just want to enjoy something like that.
Yeah.
When The Dark Knight Rises came
I
out,
wanted
it to be good. I didn't want to hate it.
Yeah.
And then I saw it, I was like, fuck yeah, it's
great.
dope. Backbreak.
I love most movies.
I do too.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah, that's good.
I really didn't see a movie I didn't like till I was like 15.
I remember. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I still remember the first movie I ever saw that I didn't like, Family Stone. I remember standing up at the end of the movie just be like, this is bad, I'm sorry.
Silent Hill for me. I remember I went to the movie
The
theater.
Animal for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Animal,
I was
that's
like,
just
The
wrong.
Animal
Oh, the
with Rob Schneider, popular Rob
God.
Schneider vehicle. The
Yeah.
Animal.
Rachel McAdams is in that movie.
I don't know what's
She
She
happening.
is. Early McAdams.
Melissa has something to say.
Did I do
No,
something?
she's turned on the AC.
Oh.
Yeah.
see, now that you're
For
out
some
here
reason,
with
I
all
thought
these
she was like
picks.
turning on a speaker. It's like, nah, this is boring.
turning
Turn this
us
off.
What else is on? Different topic.
She just flips it to Nicole
Oh,
Byers
yeah,
podcast. Which you guys should listen to.
Yes.
Why won't anybody date me? Is that
That's
what
my
it's
fam.
She's so funny.
Yeah, I love
but
it.
I mean, so many movies. The Jungle Book.
Oh, all of
like the bad people are just all
Well,
British.
was it
yeah.
Scar was British in The Lion King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
and they were brothers. Scar and Mufasa were brothers.
Yeah, one of them was British.
And
One of them was
there
Jeremy
was this-
Irons.
Yeah. it's-
Wait,
Well,
was
that's-
Jeremy Irons in a Die Hard too? Wasn't he in Die Hard with a Vengeance, or am I a psycho?
He was in Die
He
Hard
was,
with a
right?
Vengeance,
Yeah,
So was,
that's awesome.
funny enough, little tidbit, Sam Phillips, who did all the music for Gilmore Girls.
Oh,
Was
really?
one of the villains in Die Hard.
No shit.
In the
Yeah.
real Die Hard?
Yeah,
Wait,
in the third one.
In the real Die Hard.
Well, like the first Die Hard.
No, in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, are you talking about the documentary or the movies?
My Die Hard?
talking about?
My Die Hard.
I thought you meant Die Hard 1, which is what I was going through the Rolodex.
That is
of
Alan
how
Rickman.
ridiculous those villains looked.
R.I.P.
Alan Rickman is there he's playing a German, but he's got a British accent.
Yes.
Her,
I think that was because he was disguising himself, right?
Yeah.
And then he just stuck with it?
Well, he was an American, he pretended to be American some of the time, right?
That was when he met Bruce Willis in the catacombs, and he had a pretty fun, convincing American accent.
Yeah.
Sounded like he was really actually kind of scared.
R.I.P.
It was fun.
R.I.P. I still listen to the podcast, but rest in
I feel like Anthony Hopkins really kicked it off with Hannibal Lecter. Where it was just like, this is the most terrifying shit. All villains are British now.
Yeah, maybe they did do that. They're like, all right, British people scary now.
I liked it when he was like,
yeah.
Oof, that was. Dude.
I did that on dates forever until I realized you're not supposed to do that.
You were like, you know who my model for a good date
noise
is?
to make the
Hannibal.
first time you go out with a woman.
The lady will really be a confident guy.
Always a first date meal, fava beans, and a nice Chianti.
The lady will have.
I'll meet you at 8. I'll be the one being wheeled in. What's it like?
Except I'm going to have a gas mask on
Yeah.
that I will not take off.
Yeah, step it up.
I'm going to eat soup through my gas mask. I'm going to vaporize it at the dinner table.
Smart.
Wildly different. So that was my second pick. Debbie, it is time for your second pick.
My second pick, I'm going with something called the Gilligan cut, which is when in a movie someone goes like, "There's no way you're gonna get me to do something," then they cut to them doing that thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
It's like always cheesy, and I love now that they are doing things where they subvert it, where it's like they'll cut to someone's like, "Oh, where'd they go?" It's like, "Oh, they didn't want to come," or whatever. But like, it's just such a funny, obvious joke, but it works.
Right. I'm never gonna go zip lining.
Yeah,
I would never sit in the sidecar on a motorcycle on the auto, and then right there on the auto, in the sidecar.
Slow down.
If you think that for a second I'm gonna blah blah, then you must be crazy. And they cut to
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of times they cut and they're like wearing something silly.
yes,
Yeah,
making
you know
like
what
a
I mean?
face that shows
Like,
they really didn't want to do it.
I'm never gonna dress up like a I lost it. I lost a bit.
Oh, by the way, if you think I'm gonna do a break real quick right now, you're crazy.
Now, one of our most awesome days of the month is when our box of awesome from Bespoke Post arrives. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what was in my box, as I did already open it. But I go through the list, and there were so many amazing options to choose from, and every single option kind of makes you feel a different way. You know, like, oh, I'd like to get that in the mail. What I got in the mail was an apple cinnamon donut making kit. And when you hear that, if it doesn't make little hairs on the back of your neck stand up, then I guess you don't love having fun. It was such a blast to open. It had the whole kit in there, and it had the ingredients, these little silicone like donut molds that now I just have, and it was fun. It was a blast to make. Laura and I just turned it into a little family affair, and we made little apple cinnamon donuts for everybody in the family, and it was great. It's from a small business, which is one of the best things about Bespoke Post, is every unique item is hand curated from a small business that you probably never even would have heard of otherwise. You know, they have cozy essentials to like travel must-haves. They got cocktail kits. And just go take the quiz at boxofawesome.com, and your answers are going to help them pick the right box of awesome for you. And they release new boxes every single month across a ton of different categories, so you're not going to get hung up getting the same stuff. And each box is valued at around $70. You're going to pay a fraction of that price, so it's always a good deal. So give it a shot. It's free to sign up. You can skip a month, or you can cancel whenever you want. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code ALLFANTASY at checkout. Again, that's boxofawesome.com, code ALLFANTASY for 20% off your first box. Boxofawesome.com, code ALLFANTASY. This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by Harry's. Now, self-care is an everyday practice, and it has never been easier to get high-quality daily shave thanks to Harry's. I struggle with shaving my neck, to put it lightly. It's like the one area in my body that it really can be a problem, and on a stack of Bibles, I'm telling you, I have never had a closer shave than I have had with Harry's razors. The razors come right to your door. They give you refills when you need them. They have the $3 Harry's trial set, and what that does, the Truman Shave trial set, is $15 value for just $3. If you go to harrys.com/allfantasy, it includes a 5-blade German-engineered razor
It's got a weighted handle, foaming gel, and a travel cover like I was talking about. Plus, you can schedule a replacement blade for delivery whenever you need them with refills as low as $2. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. No reason not to try Harry's, honestly. Give it a shot. Upgrade to a razor and skincare routine that will have you looking your best with Harry's. Go get a $15 Truman Shave trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/allfantasy. Again, that's harrys.com/allfantasy for a $3 trial set. This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by Last Bottle. If you haven't heard about them, they are a Napa Valley-based online wine shop with a twist. They offer just one hand-picked wine per day until it sells out, often just in a few hours. So it's definitely something you want to get the jump on. So new day, new wine, always at incredible prices. Talking like 30 to 70% off retail. They taste through hundreds of wines every single month because they want you to have only the best, the most exciting bottles. And for me, I know nothing about wine, and I'm guessing I'm not alone. A lot of people don't know much about wine, and that's fine. I'm just saying, you want someone to help you out, and you want someone to make it cheaper. That is what they are out here doing. They're helping you get dope wine, and they're making it cheaper. The best part, there's no subscriptions, no fees, no minimum purchase, just a daily email with a really great wine. Very simple. We're offering All Fantasy Everything listeners 10% off your next order with the code ALLFANTASY, so give it a try. Sign up at lastbottlewines.com and find out why Last Bottle is the most fun way to discover and buy killer wine.
All right, and we're back. That wasn't
Really
so
good.
bad.
I feel like the entire premise of Big Mama's house is based on that moment, isn't it? Where she's like, no way. There's no way I'm dressing up as a... And then cut to him just like walking in with the girdle.
It's like a
he's like
trombone playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be fun to think about like a jump cut in your life, like something that you remember saying you'd never do, and then here you like. For me, it'd be listening to Pearl Jam. If you could get me in like 8th grade, I'd be like, I'm never gonna listen to fucking Pearl Jam. It's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You cut to him in 9th grade alone.
Or it could be you just saying you're never going to listen to Drake 2 years ago, and then
Yeah,
after
dude.
the Drake concert in October.
Man,
That's.
are we
that
going
would
to
be-
Drake this year?
Drake, oh God, we haven't told you yet.
Oh, we haven't told
Are you
yet.
serious?
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Oh, shit, I did.
Drake Vegas.
And
Or
Drake
Las
Vegas.
Migos. Whatever you want to call
Because
it.
they're touring together.
Las
bro.
Vegas. That's
Las
good.
Migos.
Drake Vegas and Las Migos.
Maybe we have a tradition.
We went to
I'm
Kanye
so
2 years ago. Jay-Z last year.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Kanye.
yeah.
Vegas I was
Kanyegas.
not there for. I was there for Las Vegas.
Las
though.
Vegas. And then this year's going to be Drake Vegas.
Or Los Migos.
Or Las Migos.
Las Vegas.
Either way, man, I'm
Mercy
getting
giggled.
another Bloody Mary with everything in.
Oh, we got these crazy Bloody
Crab
Marys.
legs.
crab leg in that
Full
motherfucker.
crab
Okay,
leg.
Jesus.
imagine if this table was a glass and these mic stands were the stuff coming out of the Bloody Mary. It was crab legs like feet above the
Imagine
Bloody Mary.
sprinting into a doctor's office and being like, I need to get gout as soon as possible.
I'm picturing
He's
like-
all right, and then he hands you that.
Yeah, it was like thick bacon, olives,
Alcohol.
You mentioned these stands, and I'm just
Two
thinking
of
of
them.
like the spider from Wild Wild West, but in a drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like kind of like that. That
Oh
big.
my gosh.
Oh, man.
Sounds tasty.
Doc,
Yeah.
give me gout, give me it hard, give it fast. I need it right now.
I think
So, AFE listeners, if you want to come, I guess we'll be there. Leave us alone, though. No, you can come.
my Gilligan Cup moment would
Well,
probably
Amanda
be-
and Steven were there
First of
for Las Vegas. They were just in Vegas.
True.
That sounds like a
Judkins.
fun thing. I'm genuinely considering going.
Yeah, let's go.
Because I want to
with
go
you.
see Drake and Migos,
Oh,
but
yeah, with it. You're fully invited.
It's so
Hell yeah.
fun.
You know
I'm
what we
so
could
fun.
do? We could stay at the Luxor. Did you know this, Ian? You want to tell them this thing about the Luxor?
Fun little fact.
Wow.
Shaped like a pyramid.
Did you know
Sure
that?
is.
Yeah.
Shaped like a pyramid.
Yeah.
It's fun to act like you're surprised
You don't
about
know
it.
when you're not inside of it. It's hard to tell.
When you go to the Luxor, in the lobby of the Luxor, walk up to someone who's clearly staying there and be like, "Yeah, it's shaped like a goddamn pyramid."
You been outside lately?
You know
gotta see
another
this
weird
shit.
thing that happens in the Luxor? Sean Jordan buys a 2-foot drink and then pours more rum into it.
Oh my God! No, that's not what happened.
No.
Sean
That's
Jordan
economic.
buys a 2-foot rum drink, drinks half of it, and then pours whiskey into it.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
happened. That's what happened.
We had been there 15 minutes. It was like in the lobby.
I went to see Overboard last night, and I smuggled in 2 tiny little limaritas in my pockets.
Good
And
move, yes.
then I got an icy, and I was like, oh, fuck, I brought limaritas. I forgot, but I was like, wait a minute. And I drank half the icy, poured in some of the limarita, made myself a little cocktail. It was
Dude, bring it.
delicious.
I love bringing booze to the movie
It's the
theater.
best.
It's so good.
11 p.m. at night, just
Yeah.
fucking being like, I'm high,
Or
we're gonna
4
get
p.m.
drunk.
in the afternoon.
Yeah,
John.
anytime. Who's to judge?
I have to do a shout out that I want to make sure I do right now.
Sweet.
Even though So two things are going to happen.
While you're doing that, shout out to Ben Oken for coming to the show and bringing us
Oh,
gifts
yeah,
last
shout out
night.
to Ben Oken.
That was super cool.
So one thing's going to happen. I'm going to pass around somebody drew from a few episodes ago when I described you with 2 chainsaws and half a clown wig. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
One of our listeners went ahead and drew that.
Oh, my God.
And then,
No,
hold
that's
on.
exactly what it would look like.
A message from Jessica Lindsay, or Lintz. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, but Jessica, either Lindsay or Lintz, and she wants to wish a happy birthday to her best friend Regina. You're in her friendship draft. You're at least a strong third pick.
Oh, I
she says.
see you, Regina.
Yeah.
Love Jess. So shout out to you, Regina. We love you.
Yeah,
Happy
sweet.
birthday. Thank
You know
for
who the
listening.
first 2 picks are is Cain and Abel, though, so you can't really get above them.
Yeah,
What did
yeah.
you pick first, Kane or
Can I
Ray?
do one more shout out,
Yes.
and then we can keep going? Shout out to my friend who's a girl from back when we were kids.
Right.
Julia Ladine just graduated Divinity School
Whoa.
at Vanderbilt. I am so proud
Vanderbilt?
of you. Yeah,
The Harvard of the South?
That's what they say.
Damn.
I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. We're not dead. All right. Anyways,
There it is.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
that's what people from my hometown say to each other.
They say we're not dead?
It's a weird place. Okay.
Elizabeth, Colorado.
Pretty good.
Top of the
Shout
food
out.
chain.
My
Home of the Brave.
in terms of what you were saying before of like what would that be in our lives, mine would be when like 2 years ago I was like, no, I don't think I really like musicals. Cut to now I'm fucking like,
Oh, that
I
would
I
be...
just like stay up till 3 a.m. being like, I'm gonna watch West Side Story again.
Dude.
What did it for you? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sean.
it'd just be fun to do jump cuts in people's lives
Yeah.
like that, because, everybody'd be eating their words.
For real.
What did
Yeah.
it for me was like the first time I went to New York alone, I was like, I'm just gonna go see a bunch of musicals. And
Yeah.
Hamilton just came out and I was this was fun. And then I think like months later I saw La La Land. I was like, this is fucking rad. And I just
Yeah.
like caught up on the backline. I'm like, all of these are good. And my favorite movie as a kid was Grease. Why did I think that?
Yeah, you actually
It's wild.
I loved the whole. I think I was just like, no, musicals. That's a different type of guy. Not me.
Right. I'm not
a musical guy.
Nah. I'm. You can catch me at the Expendables too.
I'll be there with
Walking
drinks
away
at
from
page 4.
explosions.
Yeah, quietly humming a theme song I made up to myself during it to be like, but not a musical version.
Yeah.
I don't like musicals. yeah.
David Boy, time for your second and third picks.
Man, my second pick, I don't even know how I got it. This is crazy. The come up montage.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah. The come up montage is
Ooh,
dope.
love a good come up
It's
montage.
like-
What's your favorite?
Shit, I don't even. My favorite?
Because, I mean, Scarface is the one I think of.
I mean.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah, that's
Baby
like...
Full, obviously, because that's my favorite movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I'm not glorifying selling drugs, but he's like, everybody's selling drugs, and he's like, see, and I wasn't greedy. I was trying to put everybody on. Everybody eats. And then they're like all selling drugs, and they all got cool cars. But like, I like really any montage.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
learning to do it montage is beautiful.
You got a good song to it. I'm fucking in.
Oh
yeah.
my god! What's the montage in that movie Break-In where like, and you guys can't see my hands, I wish, but it's like he tries to do the wave with his hand.
It looks like he's showing, remember in Top Gun where they're showing how fighter jets?
They were...
Yeah, that's how it was first.
Hands are doing that.
The white lady's trying to do it that, and then Ozone grabs her hand and
Right.
like makes it liquid, and then she starts like, and then she pops it out. But like, I mean, I love. Yeah, I don't have a favorite.
I thought you were saying like Break-In, like it's a crime movie, but
Oh,
literally the
Break-In.
way your hands were
Break-In.
angled, I was like, oh no, that's hip hop. Oh,
Yeah.
Break-In.
Break-In.
Oh yeah,
Like the
Put a
boogaloo.
little something on it.
Well, I mean, is this like Rocky montages too?
That could-
Is
I mean,
is
I
it
mean,
better?
I
Is
mean,
that-
Peak montage.
I think more.
There's
I
lots of
like
montage.
it.
Yeah.
Because Rocky is like a training montage.
So you're the come up, the
I
get
like
money.
the come up, the get
Yeah,
money,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
like
yeah.
at the like in the beginning you were a plucky young upstart, but by the end you're like a seasoned pro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like that like middle chunk. Or
Italian's
like
got a great
in
one.
Belly when he's like knowledge had the whole area clicking. Like that part where when they're selling dope in Omaha.
Yeah,
I
dude.
guess I watch a lot of movies where they sell dope.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
I just watched Belly like a week ago.
So you know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
We're
dude.
singing Devil's Pie.
Yeah.
And DMX is like opening bricks in his kitchen and then like using Vaseline. I don't sell drugs.
Yeah, it is weird when he gets just that handful of Vaseline. You're like, that's gross, isn't it?
No,
Isn't that gross?
there's nothing good about a handful of Vaseline.
What does he do
I'll
with
tell
the
you
handful
that.
of Vaseline?
He coats his like
He
coats
coats
the
some
drugs in
Rack
it.
up drugs with
Yeah,
it?
something.
Yeah, I think
That
maybe
way
it
it
keep
keeps
it smelling.
slips right out their hands.
That's
Throws it right up the old princess.
a lot of people don't know that.
It's like that Wile E. Coyote.
It's getting away.
Cover your bricks in Vaseline, you'll never get caught.
They're like, is this cocaine? And they try to go for it with a knife, and it just slips right away.
We have you dead to rights. Had me.
Do you, officer? Why don't you try and pick up that brick over there? It slips into the ocean. I'm like, damn it, yes.
He's got his tongs and he runs away.
Oh, man.
The come up montage, great pick. Your third pick.
My third pick is going to be the hot wire a car.
Oh, yeah, that was mine.
It's always
I-
Takes 2 seconds.
yeah, and it's always like there's a couple types of hot wires.
Yeah.
There's one hot wire where it's like, of course, but then there's a hot wire where like the nerd does it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like,
Oh, yeah.
how did you do that? And they like say something weird like, I went to state school or something like
Yeah,
that.
one quick, yeah.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
feel like there's
My mom had a lot of boyfriends, you know.
My
and they could
uncle,
just
my
hotwire
uncle in a
cars.
junkyard.
Yeah.
If it's a woman, it's always just like grew up with brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Dad wanted a son.
Yeah, that's always what it is.
My name is
yeah.
Sam for a reason.
There's a hot wire in Menace where they're stealing that Maxima, and they get in it, and all they do is take a screwdriver and jam it in the ignition, and it just turns on.
Oh, well,
Are
here's the
you
thing.
fucking kidding me?
I don't know about that, but like, I've heard that that's how you steal a motorcycle. It's that.
So crazy when I see that.
You just pop the ignition.
You want to know if that's true.
One of the ways
Yeah,
is
that's
they'll
what I've
there'll be a shock like
Yeah.
that. Whoop.
Yeah.
And
Also,
then
is that
you tie
real?
the wires together,
Yeah.
and then
I don't understand what they're doing.
hot wiring? I don't know either.
I think it's
gotta
just
be
like,
kind of real. Got to come from somewhere.
Does it? I've seen a lot of.
I feel
wild
like
shit.
hot wiring has got to be harder than it is ever shown to be. I love that, like, now in movies, because so many cars are just like digital, they will just have someone in a computer just like press a key,
Keyfob.
and the car will
Oh,
turn
like
on.
the X?
Yeah.
cheap.
Although, greatest scene in Fast and Furious 8 is that. It's Charlize Theron just remotely going like, here we go, and then it's like cars just fucking zooming
Oh,
down the
that
street.
was
Incredible. Seeing that in theater, I've never screamed so much at a scene.
I still haven't
This is the
seen that
coolest.
movie, Fate of the Furious.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
I still haven't
That
seen
is
it.
crazy.
All of those
Stupid,
movies.
huh?
It's on the home box office, I think.
Sure is.
It's I don't have it anymore on my personal computer. It's just in the living room.
You don't have a home box office on your personal
I
computer?
don't have home box office on my personal
You gotta
computer
get back on
anymore.
the home box office.
Yeah, I need home box office on my personal computer.
Oh,
So.
laugh out loud at that. That's ridiculous.
Listen, guys, I looked it up.
Shaking
There's
my
a
head, I'll
wiki
tell you.
how
On how to
hot wire a car.
Seems like it should be illegal.
It's not that hard.
Plenty of cars parked out here.
Is
right in
it
front of
just put
Headgum
the red
Studios.
wire to the blue one?
Well,
There will be
full
two
side the
exposed
battery
wires.
ignition and starter wire bundle. Strip about 1 inch of insulation from the battery wires and twist them together.
See, already you need wire
Connect the
strippers.
ignition.
Nobody has wire strippers when they're doing this, so the wires
Everybody
are just
has
straight.
wire strippers when they're stealing cars. You steal cars with wire strippers, a Slim Jim, and a piece of porcelain.
Porcelain?
It's always on the
To
back.
crack the
When
window.
you throw porcelain at a car window,
Yeah.
it makes it shatter silently.
Yeah.
Real? What?
Yeah, so
break
you
the
can take
window.
like a spark plug and throw it at a car window, and it's just like.
I love this is just
because
turning
it goes
to us.
right through. It doesn't like if you throw a rocket, the whole thing like explodes.
Yeah,
You throw
I feel like
porcelain,
we're
it
just
goes right
drafting chapters of the Anarchist Cookbook now. It's like,
You're drafting summer school between 8th and 9th grade.
here's what you got to do if you want to make sure the cops never find your
You're
cook.
drafting why your parents need to afford daycare.
Here's what to do if you get picked up.
You're drafting don't hang out with the older kids. No, but yeah, people have wire strippers.
Yeah.
My buddy used to have bolt cutters in his car just in case. And those are what are bolt
Just in
cutters?
case
It's
some
not
bolts
giant.
tried to stick.
Well, we used to have to
Frankenstein
cut this
comes up.
bolt.
Yuck. Yuck.
We used to have to like. This guy had this fence. So this is in Elizabeth, so it's not like I'm not like a crazy guy.
Listen,
This-
I get it. In case Frankenstein attacks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you need bolt cutter. No.
We used to have to bolt cut. This guy used to chain the fence on. It was technically his property, but it was like a through road.
Yeah.
But he would chain his fence so we couldn't go through, and we had to go all the way around to get to school. And then we were like, "Fuck that! It's illegal. It's a fire hazard. Anyways, you're not allowed to do that."
Yeah.
So we would, on the way to school, we would hop out of the truck and cut it with bolt cutters,
Damn.
and then push through and go to school. And then one day he chased us.
Did he catch you?
No,
Like
but he
what day?
chased my buddy Dougie's grandpa a few weeks later and shot out his back window.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah, man, it's just a bunch of people.
Elizabeth,
this up there.
Shout out.
Damn.
No, I'm not shouting out that dude. Fuck that dude.
No, not that dude. I'm shouting out Elizabeth.
Oh, I thought you said shot out.
No.
Shout out for
Oh,
sure,
shout
though.
out that dude.
Shout out that window. Devin, it's time to shout out your third pick.
I was gonna save this for later, but I think I gotta go with it because I'm afraid someone's gonna take it. Anyone that says the title line of a movie.
Yes.
Titular line.
It is in
The
there.
Hot Tub Time Machine, the Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
the Shawshank Redemption.
The Hot Tub
Doesn't
Time
happen
Machine
every-
was fun because they looked at the camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption. I guess this really is the Shawshank Redemption.
What do you think you're gonna find in here, huh? You coming here for the Shawshank Redemption or something?
What if they throw it in like, because I hate to keep bringing up Scarface, but don't they call him Scarface in the movie
Yeah,
at some
look who it
point?
is.
No.
Scarface.
They say, "Where'd you get that scar?" Eating pussy?"
Okay.
And it's on his face.
It is on
Yeah,
his
it's
face.
off the audience. They don't condescend to their viewer.
As far back and I can remember, I always wanted to be a good fellas.
Yeah.
I also love the joke of the fake title line. It's always funny to me.
Yeah. It's,
I like it when he says, "We gotta go back to the future."
Yeah, he does say it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the future.
Yeah.
What's
it's a big
that,
one.
Oscar? Why, this is my list. I guess you could call it Schindler's List. When he looks down the barrel of the camera and stares for half an hour.
Oh, I love
It's a
that.
long movie.
A lot of people on
It
Schindler's
is
List.
nice.
It's actually just 90 minutes. It's just
Yeah.
black and white, so it seems like it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
That'll trick.
Yeah, that's how they get you
Relax.
right there.
Yeah, this is a short film, but it's in black and white now. So
Breezy. If it was in
No,
That's
they
what
got
I'm reading.
Citizen Kane.
yeah, that is a great trope.
Yeah.
They say it all the time in Rocky. It's annoying.
It is, yeah.
It's Rocky.
Hey.
2.
Rocky Balboa! Creed!
Yeah, that's a great. I love that. I do love it when they do that.
Have you guys seen that old UCB sketch that is the guy who claims he has the title line in Star Wars?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so good. I had the titular line.
I'm just so sick of all these Star Wars.
I can't wait to get out of
Yeah,
Africa.
that is so good.
Oh, yeah, the titular line, that's great. And that sketch is good, too.
Any movie
Yeah.
that has a title line in it is like up 1 star to me, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know we said it already, but Face Off is like,
Yes.
I want
best
his,
one.
I want his face.
Off.
And then Howie Mandel, best role of his life.
Howie Mandel's in that?
No, it's not Howie.
No.
Definitely not Howie Mandel.
Are you thinking of John
it's,
Travolta?
it's a bald guy.
That was a weird.
Oh, Mr. Clean.
That was a weird pick.
Even for a second that I thought that was
It's
Howie
weird that you
Mandel.
were even thinking about Howie Mandel.
It is.
Swimming around your brain.
Anyway, the bald gentleman who laughs at him and tells him how crazy. You're crazy.
Maybe you think it's Howie Mandel because you're having a Mandela effect.
Oh!
There it is.
The Mandela
Look at this.
effect.
Look at this.
Choop, choop, choop.
Both barrels right down Main Street.
I remember seeing the Face Off teaser like years after the movie had come out, and it is still like the greatest teaser I've ever seen. It's just like Nick Cage talking, the camera slowly goes around his head, and as he continues talking, like gets to the back of his head, and then as it continues spinning around, it's John Travolta's face, and his voice slowly morphs into John Travolta's, and it's this entire monologue about how he's just like, technology's now happened where you can take someone's face off, and I'm just like, that's the, if I had seen this, I would have been in 1000% for what I was
Oh my
saying.
Also,
God.
it's not technology. When you watch that movie, they just laser around his face
Yeah.
and pull it off.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then they put it on
his
a
body.
mannequin head.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been doing cocaine and pitching movies back then.
Oh yeah.
It would have been
God.
so.
You got a
That's
good
a whole
title. You
different-
got $30 million.
Yeah,
That's
That's
a
how they
whole
all got
different
made.
life trajectory.
Totally
for me.
different.
If I could have been like got myself into pitch rooms,
Oh,
With
entertainment
cocaine?
back then?
are you kidding
The
me?
Wolf of Wall Street would have been about an actual wolf.
Yes. Yeah. First of all.
Yeah.
First of all, Last Tango in Paris would have been a very different movie.
Freddie Got Fingered would have been the same.
Would have
Yeah.
been the same.
Exactly the same.
It is time for my third pick. And with my third pick, I'm going to take someone dreaming about making out with someone else, and then when they wake up, they're getting licked in the face.
Yes, that was on my list too. That's the best.
I was just watching The Mask.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so many Jim Carrey movies did. I think it happens in Bruce
That's Jim
Almighty
Carrey's
too.
favorite joke.
Yeah, he's just like,
Shanghai
alright, we had a
Noon,
scene
too.
where my dog licks my face, and it's like, your specific dog from home? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've never owned a dog. Has has that ever happened in real life to
Never.
anyone even once?
No.
I
There's
would
no
love
way.
to do a puppy peeing on me.
What were you dreaming
Not
about?
water.
Getting this done, though.
How did a girl pee on me?
I woke up to a dog pissing next to me one time, like right on the same pillow that my head was on.
Oh,
I
damn.
was like 100% sure you were gonna say right on the floor where I was sleeping.
I was sleeping on the floor.
Oh, okay.
It was,
oh,
for sure. It was the day that I found out Nicole was getting married.
Oh no, really?
I woke up.
So that was a harbinger.
So
of things to come.
I had seen it on Facebook the night before, and then I woke up. She called me at like 9 in the morning, and she's like, "Hey," and I go, "You getting married?" And then we had our words or whatever. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to sleep for like months, so I'm going to try to go back to sleep since I'm tired. And I woke up, and the dog was pissing on the other side of the pillow that my head was on.
Damn.
And I was just like, it's going to be that kind of couple months, huh? All
It
right.
sucks that you had to be that guy who was like, "You're getting married, you bitch." Like,
I was
she's
just
like, this
ball-
is a reasonable thing I could do.
I was just bawling. I was like, it should be me. Just
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
You have to tell that part. of the
I'm
story.
honest. What am I
know.
going to shy away from it? No, it's
I
fine. We
would
got to
be
lean
good.
into it, you know?
I would have.
Yeah.
I could.
Probably would have been healthier.
I'm comfortable with my-
If
If
we're
we're
That's
gonna be
why
honest
I-
about the drugs, we gotta be honest about the things that make us
that's
do
true.
drugs.
That's why I have so many cocks on my clothing, because I just, I need to try to overcompensate.
Hat
Sure.
sauce.
Hat
Game
sauce.
cocks.
It should be called hat sauce.
Precision.
It is called hat sauce. That's what we're
The
doing.
sriracha hat. Hat
Yeah,
sauce.
Hat sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're
That
agreeing
happened
with it. Yeah, it happens in the mask. It
In
happens in a lot of
dodgeball,
stuff.
like
yeah.
there was a dog licking his crotch, and he was
Right.
like, "Oh,
Through the
baby."
2000s, it was just like
That was
a
a
peak
hot
trailer moment.
In what?
In like the 2000s, like every comedy with Vince Vaughn would have that shot in the trailer where he's
Yeah.
waking up because of a dog.
You're a bad girl. Oh, no, it was a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, "Hey, go save Vince Vaughn stuff," but there's, it's gonna be a dog licking you down
Do
there.
you know the Vince
But
Vaughn
we
stuff.
give you swingers,
Do
Vince
you
Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn
See a little maid in there,
Oh, you saw Honey Baby and you don't even know it.
Sean, it's time for your third and fourth picks.
All right, for my this is always one that's just bugged me. So it's in like hacker movies when
Uh-oh.
things are going crazy and someone just goes like,
The firewall.
they cut the hard line. What's the fucking hard line? I don't even know what it is. They're just like, well, I can't do anything now. They cut the fucking hard lines.
We're locked out.
We got a firewall.
Show me the hard line.
We're locked out.
I'm no hacker.
You're a hacker.
You don't want to.
You're a
That's what you gotta
hacker.
say to the people, but
Like I said, I'm no hacker.
All right.
But I did used to work at Target.
Yup.
We had hard lines and we had soft lines.
what's a
It's a
hard
soft
line?
line.
A soft line is the carpet or the products that are on carpet,
Oh.
and then
okay.
the hard line was everything else.
That's what it is, dude.
There
So
it is.
losing the hard line's like, fuck, they took all the children's bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
When I
they
when I
sold
think
all
of
the
someone,
big
The cashews, both salted and unsalted.
I think of
Every
someone
copy of Clue just
taking an
disappeared.
axe to a wire outside the building. Like I see, like just something that's labeled hardline, and someone's got an axe, and they just fucking chop it.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's happening now. All the lights are out.
I bet that's what it is.
That's
Absolutely.
just funny to
I
think
think
about.
that's what it is.
They always
Line of the
look back.
firewall.
Yeah.
They look back, their
What just
face
happened?
bathed in a green glow.
What happened? They cut the hard
They
line.
cut the hard line.
Shit, I can't do anything.
How could they? Type. How could they? Wait. Yeah, we're out.
I'm locked out. Can't do anything.
Type.
I
There's
for
a-
years thought hacking was just fast typing.
There is a website
is.
called Hacker Typer.
It's the best.
It's so good. You
Oh,
can just go
really?
to it. Like just Google Hacker Typer. That's what it'll come up, and you just hit keys,
Uh-huh.
and it'll make it look like you're hacking something.
I used to go
What?
to the mall and just like go to the Apple store, just open up Hacker Typer on one computer, just like type a bunch, hit the key that said like entry granted, then go to another computer and do the same shit.
It's so if you should walk in with one of those an attaché case, one of those metal briefcases, just to open it. And then be on your way.
Immediately shut the laptop back and then just like put on sunglasses and leave. Just be like, it's time to move. Moving out.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get back to
Yeah,
that.
dude.
See
That's,
that? Yeah.
I just want to sit at home with our sunglasses on, just a bottle of Hennessy on the table, just type.
Some Chemical Brothers going
You're
real
making
loud.
Oh, and always anytime it's always Chemical Brothers or
Rage
Dust
Against the
Brothers,
Machine.
some
Oh,
brothers,
yeah.
some
What's
techno
that
brothers.
fucking movie about hacking?
The Matrix?
No.
That's what I was referring to. So I was like, what?
Swordfish.
Where it's like, oh
Swordfish.
shit, it's a double helix. And then he like crosses his hands.
Oh, greatest hacking scene in all of history. Have you guys seen the movie Lucy?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
my!
With
First of all, that
Scarlett
movie's
Joe.
fucking fantastic. It's
Oh,
so
I have
fun
seen Lucy,
and it's
yeah.
so dumb.
Is it with Scarlett Joe? That
Yes,
one?
the
Okay.
one where she
She's a
like
computer, right?
some drugs like get loose in her stomach because they want to use her to smuggle the drugs and
Oh,
it,
I
like
have
makes her
seen that
smart.
movie.
Yeah,
That movie is dumb as hell.
it's dumb as hell, but it's so fun. There's a scene where she's on a plain, literally has 2 laptops in front of her, is staring in the middle, her eyes are going between, she's typing on both at the same time, has the screens popping up, and then she just slowly shuts the screens on both of them as the guy across the aisle just looks at her like, what are you doing?
Oh, God.
There's a great edit of that.
She got so smart and then she like disappeared, right?
Yes, she
turned
it's
into a
100%,
computer.
she turns into a USB
Like
drive.
Lawnmower Man? Isn't that what happened in Lawnmower Man?
Kind of.
Except it's just a woman who was like on a trip somewhere.
It's like
in,
over
Beijing.
2 days.
Yes, it happens so quick.
That movie is crazy.
That movie,
Yeah, that sounds
I gotta watch it on a
that
plane.
movie's dumb as
Trailer
hell.
Yeah, it's
and
dumb as
love
hell.
for that movie is like them going like it's based on the whole like you only use 10% of your brain thing, and then they're
Yeah.
like, what happens if she reaches 100 mark? And she's like, I have no idea.
I feel
Yeah.
like it was
Limitless.
because Limitless came out and they were
Yes.
like, we can make some more money
Yeah,
off of this.
yeah.
It is Lady Limitless, and I
Yeah,
think it
it's
might
Lady
even be
Limitless.
better.
I think
Ooh,
it's
silence in the room.
Yeah. No.
It's more fun.
I
Limitless
think
is
no. I'm just thinking about it. I think
Different lesson.
yeah.
I think it might be better than Limitless.
I like Bradley Cooper a lot.
I do, too.
in
Yeah,
every-
we all
And
really
De Niro.
like Bradley Cooper
I
a
love
lot.
a Bradley
Want that
Cooper.
pill?
You look like
Give me
Bradley
that pill.
Cooper. Oh,
Calm down, Rock.
All right.
now Sean's turned it into a USB.
Hat sauce, dude.
Hat sauce.
Can I go to number 4?
Hat sauce. Number 4.
Number 4 is when someone's in a hospital and they didn't know that they were going to be in the hospital, and they wake up and they go, I can't be here, and they rip all the shit out of their arms.
And the
They just-
flat line goes immediately.
They just rip all the shit out of their arms and they just run out of the hospital.
Yeah.
People
That's-
do that though. I think.
I haven't had an IV in a long time, and I want to. I don't know what that
No,
would
you
be
don't
like.
wanna. You don't wanna just pop it out.
My boy did it the other day.
You done
Did
it?
you really?
Damn.
You're like, I can't be here, and just rip the shit out?
He woke up mad ornery.
So buck. That's so buck. I think and here's my main thing, with a lot of times when you're under, or when you're in like a situation like that, you're also going to have a catheter in.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
something you cannot just.
I want
I'm
to see
not-
someone
I'm
start
not.
pulling them out and then realize they got a catheter and be like, all right,
And
I'll
then
wait.
Yeah, I guess. Can you get a nurse?
All right, fine. Put the ones
My
back.
dad-
I couldn't do it.
Nah.
My dad tried to. It's not funny, but my dad tried to pull a catheter out one time. I went to see him in the hospital, and I get there, and he's standing up, and he just had like, yeah. The nurse is like, he tried to pull it out, and I was like,
Catheter is like
holy
the closest thing we
buckets,
got
dude! It
to
was
a real life saw trap.
It was gnarly.
I don't even really like talking about it.
Well, he didn't
No,
get
it's
it.
horrific.
It didn't even come. It didn't come close. But like he gave it a
What are you
shot.
talking about? The head of his penis was gnarly looking.
There was blood.
Okay, Sean.
No, I didn't see anything.
This
but,
is a family podcast.
Hey, I feel like I'm being. I feel like I'm being very
Fathers
honest.
It's Father's Day when this is coming
Particularly,
out.
I'm being honest on this one. I don't know why, but yeah, that was
I
another
love it.
one.
I celebrate it.
Anyway, pulling shit out your arms and getting all the
Ripping
like
IV out.
EG stuff off. And
Are
like,
we gonna count The Rock flexing a cast off?
Yes.
Oh,
Tell me
Daddy's got to go to work.
When you
Best
saw-
moment.
God, that's awesome.
when he broke his arm, I was like, yeah, he's flexing. That's of course
Yeah.
they're gonna.
flex that
By
cast
the
off.
7th movie, they were well aware of
Yeah.
what they were.
And I'm so
they
glad.
embraced it. Of course,
It made it better.
I feel like they started to embrace it like around the
5.
3rd movie. You know,
Yes.
right after like
the
Tokyo
third,
Drift.
third one was Tokyo Drift.
Third was
Yeah.
Tokyo
Oh wait,
Drift.
4th
So
is.
fourth.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
it was
third
like-
was Tokyo Drift, and 4 they were like, well, let's try and see what happens if we keep it to street racing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Now we gotta get into international
the
heists.
Raptors.
Yeah, then they're like, okay, we'll go to Rio. They'll drive fucking safes down the streets of Brazil.
We're gonna have dead people coming back, dude.
Yes.
Flexing off.
That's
Daddy's gotta go to work.
I bet The Rock can flex a cast off.
Oh, for sure.
For
Depends on how
sure,
tight
right?
the cast is.
I don't
He gets his
think so. I
cast
think-
tight enough to do that.
Yeah.
I think it would be easier to do on your bicep than your forearm, though.
Well, that's what he did.
Yeah, he
It
did.
was
had
like
it on his
all
whole arm.
his entire
Oh, yeah,
arm.
it was up. And
He had like a
Whole
fucking
operation.
Winter
I feel
Soldier cast,
Yeah.
like his entire
The
arm.
whole arm, you can also kind of sneakily move your elbow into there too, and like make it kind of like if you got the whole shit, kind of fucking like that.
Still gotta be pretty strong.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing this weekend,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
not doing it.
Break my arm. I'm going to rehab.
All right.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
This will be part of the Patreon.
Can't wait to
Yeah.
see.
That would be so tight.
If you donate $1,000 a month, I will break my arm and learn to flex out the cast.
I can't wait to
Oh,
see
fuck.
like the iPhone video on live leak of you trying to like fucking flex your arm and it just gets worse.
Ow!
I'm more interested in the video of us breaking it. That's
Ooh,
Oh,
take
it's
me
gonna be
to
worth
the
it.
hospital.
It's gonna be worth it.
It's just like Ian with a Timberland boot, like in The Departed.
Are you a cop? You're like, why would you think I'm a cop? I never told you I was a
You know
cop.
me for years.
My friend Mike, he broke his wrist skating, and he went into the hospital, and he wasn't all the way broken, and he's sitting there, and he's like, I saw 2 big dudes walk in, And he's like, "What's going on?" And they grabbed him, and the doctor kind of nodded, and they snapped his wrist the rest of the way because they just had to do it by surprise. And they just went,
Oh, shit.
"Isn't that gnarly?"
You've told like 7 terrible stories, dude.
I mean, it's so bugged.
That's so bugged.
Because
That
he
was
just
better than the cat.
he said he was looking around like, "Wait, what's going on?" And then just the doctor.
Oh, God. You
Yep.
made my heart drop to my shoes a bunch of times.
I want to see someone pull out like the fucking morphine drip or whatever, and like they try to get out of the hospital and they immediately just start bleeding. It's like, but those were we were taking your blood. You can't.
Yeah.
You know,
You
be
need
tight.
that medicine.
Yeah.
Someone pulls out the morphine drip, takes a little shot of it real quick, and then just gets on their way.
That's the move.
That's the
Pull out the
beginning.
morphine drip, squeeze the bag,
Yeah. Slap the bag.
slap the bag,
Slap the bag.
then like push it over.
That's like the
and walk
beginning
out.
of Crank 3. That's how that's gotta happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta drink the morphine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Also,
Also,
go to
can you
work.
drink morphine?
Jellios
Jellios
can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I've shared my Jason Statham theory on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
before.
What is that?
I think I love Jason Statham. I love his movies. I think they're making a mistake by giving them each different names, like Torque and
Frank and whatever.
Frank and whatever. I think Jason Statham movies should be called Jason Statham 1, Jason Statham 2, Jason Statham 3.
Yeah.
There's this movie coming out where he fights a giant shark. That should just be
The Meg.
Jason Statham 9, Jason Statham fights a shark.
Yes. Just tell us what it is up
Yeah.
front.
Oh, I know it's Jason.
I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna go see Throttle? Probably not. Are you gonna go see Jason Statham 8?
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
without a doubt.
And Furious 6 should be called Furious 6 Jason Statham 7.
Yes,
Yes.
100%. Yeah, you got it.
It's the crossover.
Demi, would you go see my new movie, Jason Statham 7?
Oh yeah. I bought my tickets on Fandango years ago.
I love to hear that.
Fandango, oh, we've got your ticket. Yeah, your movie ticket. I used to love that commercial.
Before you tell me if you're going to buy a ticket to see my movie, I need you to know that you're surrounded right now by a team of elite Navy SEALs, frogmen, Sean, trained in the art of Krav Maga.
Back up.
What?
That's right.
Crap.
This is based on, all right?
What? Jason, why the frog been around?
This is based on, we were
You
in,
turned into Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
What the frog been doing here?
we were in, I was in Vegas with Corden, and we were shooting some stuff, and Jason Statham walked into the hotel we were at, and the
Was
two,
it the pyramid-shaped Luxor?
no, I wish. It was
Okay.
the hotel. It was the planet-shaped Planet Hollywood.
Ah.
And they started talking, and just in my head, we concocted this like joke.
That's just that's what we
But
think
I was
it
just
sounds
watching
like.
James Corden and Jason Statham have a conversation. I'm like, this is silly. This is a silly thing to see. Jason Statham, short guy, cannonball shoulders. Oh my god.
Jason Statham is in my entourage from way back. Dude.
For real.
Yeah.
Okay, they ripped the IV out. Great pick. It's time for my fourth pick. And with my fourth pick, I'm going to take a thing that only happens in movies and TV and never happens in real life, is when someone's made a big old breakfast, but the person in question doesn't have time to eat it.
Yeah.
Maybe let's grab a toast and take a bite out of
Grab
it
a
and run
toast,
out
kiss
the
your
door.
wife, and run out the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so. It's always so much food.
It's such a big
It's
breakfast.
like definitely toast, eggs, orange juice.
Yeah.
It's like toast is what you grab? Toast! You don't think I'm grabbing a pocket full of sausage?
You don't have
I'm
time.
grabbing toast for the road? Who am I?
You don't have time to take a piece of bread, put some eggs and some bacon, then another piece of bread.
Yeah,
They'll
grab a
take
handful
like
of
four
they'll
more
drink like
seconds.
half a glass of orange juice out. Mom, I gotta go, Mom. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Can't do it, honey. I'm late, honey.
I'm holding a briefcase.
I need to go cheat on you. I gotta catch the train. I gotta
Yeah.
get out of here. I can't. I'm gonna have breakfast
Also,
with my
I wish
mistress.
they would be real once and be like, and the mom's like, yeah, I gotta go to fucking work too.
Yeah.
I woke up
You
at
son of a
6,
bitch.
you dick.
I knew you had a big day.
Yeah,
I cooked 16 eggs.
I'm a
I
goddamn
scrambled
doctor.
16
He
eggs.
comes home and is like, what's for dinner? It's like the fucking beans you left on the table this morning, you
Fucking
idiot.
Cold breakfast.
Heat
I
that
didn't
shit
put
up.
it away.
Nuke it. Press
You're
the
a high
30.
school kid. I got a job. You could be late. I signed a piece of paper. You could be late for school. Eat
Yeah.
your fucking breakfast.
I ate at my sister's house. You're eating those cold eggs, and I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Your first class of the day is gym. I don't give a like. Fucking skip it.
Yeah, dude. That is. Oh, it's so. I think of the opposite of that is in Wedding Crashers when they just.
Oh yeah.
When he's just housing everything.
Really loads up maple syrup on
What I
everything.
would do.
Maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know that I've ever passed up a
If
a
breakfast
like
has
that.
been made,
No.
Daddy's gonna have breakfast.
Yes.
And in this
Yes.
very specific case, I'm Daddy.
Yeah. I'm the father.
Yeah, I'm eating
Daddy's
that
gotta
fucking
go to work.
breakfast.
Yeah, dude.
First breakfast time.
There's not a lot that I would be like, I have to go do this if there's a whole table of breakfast sitting around. I'm skipping most things.
Yeah, I'm eating breakfast.
I don't care if working for the weekend is blaring in the background. I'm sitting down and eating.
Or a Kenny Loggins jam.
Yeah, it's one of those. Sorry, honey, no time.
I'm alright.
Run out the door, grab your skateboard, you hang on the back of a truck.
Oh,
Sketching.
sketching, bro.
Sketching.
Be
Is that what
square.
it's called?
Oh no, that was
Sketching.
Power Love.
So
That
that's
is
the
sketching.
only song that's not on Huey Lewis's greatest hits. Is whatever like Power of Love.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
for some weird thing like they have the rights to it or some shit.
I
Oh,
feel like
that's
that was
fucked.
Dangerfield's call.
Man, that sports album is so great.
Oh God, we saw them live, dude. And
Oh,
think
yeah?
about Huey Lewis, allegedly biggest dick in Hollywood.
Bigger than
Allegedly.
Milton Berle?
Do you mean
Allegedly.
like is a dick or has the biggest
Well,
dick?
so there's
His Schwanz.
I've never read the book, but a bunch of groupies got together and wrote a book, so it's probably just about musicians, but he supposedly has a fucking smoking hog, and Peter Frampton does not have a smoking hog as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why he painted his face.
That's what
Frampton
this book's
comes
supposed
alive.
to say.
I'll tell you what the news is. This he's got a big dick.
Yeah.
It's great news.
How'd you read the news today? It's one picture. One picture, whole paper. It's a
It's
real
above
page
and
turner.
below the fold.
You get to the end, it's the head of his dick. Huey Lewis.
Good for him.
Yeah.
This is the premier Huey Lewis's Penis podcast.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
Huey Lewis and the Nudes?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. Debbie, it's time for your fourth pick.
For my fourth pick, Sean, could you repeat your third pick again? Just as it would see you'd see it in a movie?
Cut
the hard line.
Oh, yeah. Hey. We can't do anything. They cut the hard line.
English, please?
Well, they poured water on it, you fucking asshole. I don't know what to say.
Oh, fuck. The firewall's down.
That is a great one.
Well, all right, stop. Let me get it in English, huh? Real quick.
I don't know all this techno mumbo jumbo.
And it's
What's
always
a
like,
computer?
you see these stars? Count these stars for me. That's 5. I'm a 5-star general.
In English, please. Oh, that's great.
Anytime they say English, please, it's like something just, they either said something that was complete gibberish, even if you do know what they're saying, or
Yeah.
they said something that's like, that's not that
It's
complicated.
pretty basic,
that was-
yeah.
You get the general gist, which is, it's a problem, so we
Yeah.
need to fix it, but they're always just like, I'm sorry. Am I the only one?
Yeah, it's like, we're going to have to put the CD-ROM drive. We have to put the CD in the drive.
The
English, please.
The organism is reproducing at an alarming rate. In English, please.
I'm sorry,
I'm a
I'm a-
soldier, not a doctor.
In Fast and Furious, it's always like Tyrese. He just goes like, "Well, obviously I know what that means, but maybe you could repeat it for our friends."
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, Tyrese is very stupid in those movies.
And they're
yes.
ludicrous.
And he doesn't want to do anything. He also does the thing where it's like, no way I'm dropping out of a plane, and then
Yeah.
cut to,
I'd venture a guess that Tyrese is pretty stupid outside of movies, too.
don't start people with Tyrese.
Billionaire
now.
Boys Club. Billionaire Boys Club right here.
Just ratting out Dre.
But, hey, Dre took that video. Or somebody.
Somebody took that
Dre was in the
video.
room with them. It wasn't like Tyrese invented that.
Oh, that's tight.
Come on, you're telling me the guy who's saying Sweet Lady is an idiot?
I got Tyrese questions.
Tyrese
I got
stuff.
Tyrese answers.
That's a new podcast.
Tyrese
TNA.
answers.
TNA.
Tyrese and Answers.
When he starts his own advice podcast, he's gonna be pissed to find out that name's taken.
Damn it.
Oh, that's tight, dude. Yeah, English, please, man. That's fantastic.
I love it.
That
Anytime
is-
it shows up.
Excellent pick. David, it's time for your fourth and your final pick.
English.
My fourth pick is like, okay, Sean.
Yeah.
Pretend me and you just had sex.
Okay.
It's not usually like that.
Oh, yeah.
let me build it up a little bit. So like,
What do you mean?
well,
Hey, it's
so
okay.
it actually happens. It happens to a lot of guys. It's nothing to worry about.
No, I don't. That's not. I don't know what you're talking
You know, the girl's like, hey, it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Happens to a lot of guys.
Yeah, I like it. I like
So
it.
you need someone who's been nominated for an Emmy to do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I understand.
You sound like too much of a gangster to get the
Yeah.
point across.
I also love sometimes they do it in a reverse way where it's like the woman spins off and she's just like, well, it's never been like that before.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that's
he's
the other
like,
one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's because I have 2 dicks.
It's like she doesn't know, but I body switched with someone.
Yeah, she was fucking my friend. We're bad guys.
I took his dick off. think it did happen in Face Off. Doesn't he like?
You guys, have you guys met my
yeah,
friend?
Why is that not the sequel?
Have you guys met my friend Nicolas Cage over here?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or John Travolta?
Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. That's a porn, dude.
Oh, that's a drag name.
Nicolas
John
Cage and
Travolta is a drag name.
That is.
Wow.
That
You're
is-
welcome, any drag queen.
Wow.
We're huge on this.
They listen to the podcast.
John
They-
Travolta.
They
Everyone
tune
in
in.
Hamburger
They tune
Marriage is
into the
just
thread.
AFE
Tune
playing
in.
over the speakers.
Tune in, listening to chaps.
Also, shout out to the hamburgers at Hamburger Mary's.
I've not had one.
Oh, I've
What?
never been.
I've only been to Hamburger Mary's once. I really only referenced it for the drag brunch.
Oh, yeah. My friend used to live around the corner from the one in Denver.
Oh, yeah?
Great hamburgers at Hamburger Mary's. Also
try 'em.
incredible drag shows, but, like, great hamburgers.
Gotta go get one.
So, you know,
Are they really good?
yeah, they're fantastic.
Somebody's telling me about this burger place in Pasadena that we should definitely talk about at length on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up later.
Everybody
Yeah.
drive from Poughkeepsie
Yeah.
to
Is
Pasadena.
it Toro's Grill House? No, that's...
No, I don't think it is. It's something about pies. It's like pies and fries or something.
Sounds
Pies?
good. I'm in.
Ah, house of pies.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
We'll talk about it off there.
Here's my final one.
Oh,
And I'm
see,
gonna need Ian for this.
Okay.
Say diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
It's been revoked.
The fucking
Lethal Weapon 2, dude.
Oh, I feel like I can do that better. Hold on.
You gotta be real British when you do it. Or
British, what do you want?
are
What do
they,
you want
what,
out
are,
of it?
what is
Call
it?
the play.
I thought
It's
it was
South African.
I'm
You
pretty sure
can't do
it's
South
So
African.
South African.
Crikey.
You can't do it. You can't do anything. I can't
Diplomatic-
No,
do it.
South African.
South African, hey? South African.
South African.
Sit
South
there.
African.
Diplomatic immunity.
Africaners.
You can, I can't do it. I can't do South African.
Literally any accent will work. It's
Yeah.
just like...
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Okay.
Diplomatic immunity. That sounded like
What are
a
you,
cartoon
a
villain.
Fucking wizard?
I can picture the guy. I
At
can.
the Jamaican embassy.
You sound like you were saying Expelliarmus.
Diplomatic immunity.
You know I'm not crazy, bald-head diplomatic immunity. Boy!
Morning, get over diplomatic immunity. I've made it back to Hogwarts. It's all airy. You can't do nothing on school grounds, Voldemort.
Diplomatic immunity.
I am diplomatic immunity.
I would love to see the Jamaican Hogwarts.
Oh, Jamaican Hogwarts?
That's the movies I wanted
Oh
to see.
man.
Get back to class, Mr. Potter. It's just cool runnings with magic.
Yeah. Some people say, you know, they can't believe Hogwarts
yes,
School
we have
of
a
Witchcraft and
Quidditch
Wizardry. We got that one, Doris.
Hey, Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man. Not for long.
That's why you gotta listen to the whole episode.
Oh man.
Yeah,
We
it's
go
really worth
deep.
it.
That's tight.
Diplomatic immunity, it's been
been
revoked.
Is that a trope? I feel like
No,
that's
no,
maybe-
it's not. I'm just talking about the bad guy says something.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
final
It's
kill
been
shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
say
it's
something right
one-liner.
before you shoot him.
Yeah.
Not on my. Or see you in hell. You first. Fucking
Yeah,
boom.
yeah, like-
Brains all over the wall, dude.
Yeah.
We can't pick all a cool dry wit. I guess we can.
I'm just saying that the kill shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying something
Kill
cool for the kill shot is
Yeah.
Oh fuck the I don't know if it's the kill shot, but in Bad Boys 2, just like now that's how you shoot. From now on, that's how you
That's how
shoot.
you
Oh
shoot.
god, that
Yeah.
was so good. That was so
I
good.
mean, all of the movie Commando is like kill shot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean Arnold. Everything.
Let off
dude.
some steam.
It's also steam.
Running Man, dude. Running Man.
Oh, yeah.
Or like anything Mr. Freeze has ever said.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. That whole Mr. Freeze was all catchphrases.
Yeah.
And 10 of them were just chill.
Everybody chew. Stick around.
The opening scene in Batman and Robin, where they introduce Mr. Freeze, it's like 30 catchphrases.
Yeah.
Just boom, boom, ripping them off.
Yeah,
dude.
Doc.
Ice to meet you.
I used to be...
The thing is, like, he said those even when he was pretending not to be Mr. Freeze, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I imagine him going like, wait
Wait a
are you a
minute.
villain? What's going on here?
Wait, hold on.
You say ice? You gonna ice me?
No. You want to listen to some music? Do you have any Coldplay? Wait, hold on a minute. That's not even a band yet.
We're in the trailer now.
Did you just invent that band?
Yeah, I love the kill shot.
Yeah,
Excellent.
dude.
Kill
That's
shot.
fucking
One line,
sick.
yeah.
Always
always
looks
great.
badass.
Excellent pick. Debbie, your final pick?
Um,
Kill shot.
I wondered for a moment what my final pick has got to be. And I think it has to be any moment in an action movie where they're about to swear and then something cuts, like an explosion cuts it off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
son of a...
Yeah. Mother.
Yeah, it's always mother... Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
in the later Die Hards when they were just like, it's PG-13 now, it was always, yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Yeah. That was so upsetting.
It was.
That was so upsetting. When
To
he
take
didn't
such a
say
good
that.
classic line and then be like, what are you doing with it?
Because I feel like the children were like, the dads were gonna take their kids to see that Die Hard.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't have to go for the PG-13.
No.
Also,
you have to lay it up.
My dad just told me what they were going to say fucker, but that's what they were
And you
gonna
get
say.
one fuck in a PG-13, so you can still
Yeah,
say
I suck
fuck
it, Shorty.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Be cool at me.
Where he's like, you know what I say? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Always think of that.
That was a messed up. I never fact checked that.
I don't remember the
There
rest
was a
of the...
documentary, the motion picture one or whatever the rating
yeah,
system,
yeah.
where I think you get, it's one or two, but you can't say like you're fucking someone.
Yes, it
You
depends
have
on
to
the use
It
of
can't
fuck.
be sexual.
Social
Yeah.
Network has 2 fucks.
Yeah. Do they really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's yeah. I remember exactly. We don't have to talk about Social Network.
I love Social. I thought it
It's one
was
of my
best
favorite
picture
movies.
over
Maybe
King's
the best
Speech.
movie of the decade.
I
So good.
I really think it should have beat King's Speech for best picture.
1000%.
Oh yeah, King's Speech was fine, but
But I haven't seen it since, and I probably
No,
won't
yeah.
see it ever again. I've seen Social Network 50 times.
well,
Are you serious?
Yeah. I
I'm
love Social
a
Network.
Firthman.
Oh, I love.
First thing you need to know about me is I was Colin Firth. That's also the second thing you need to know about me.
Colin Club on this side of the room.
Yeah, Colin Club.
I like Firth. Listen, I get Firthy from time to time.
Oh yeah, I'm Firthy.
Yeah,
I take
yeah.
a long, cool drink of Colin.
Trying to catch me riding.
Yeah.
Birthday.
When I get Firthy, I don't even take a shower. I just stay Firthy all night.
That's why your girlfriend keeps talking about how you smell Hennessy.
Sean, you're Firthy. You smell like Henrock. Take a goddamn shower. And I go, hey, quit calling me Firthy is what I say.
Oh, you go, I haven't been smoking cigarettes, Laura. Whoa, I'm sorry. We can bleep that out.
Laura, what's with the King's Speech?
No, what's a
Yeah,
cigarette?
oh.
What are we talking about?
Oh, what's with the King's Speech here?
Yeah, Social Network should have won.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what we... You said
no,
yes, like, and
shut
that's
up.
my trope.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, what's
I agree. Social Network should have won.
Yeah.
Action movie lines that are cut off by explosions are the
Yes,
best.
fantastic.
Great pick.
Did you guys see? Is it Infinity War? By the time this will come out, everyone's seen it.
Let's not do
no,
spoilers.
it's
Not do spoilers?
Well, I don't know.
Is this even a spoiler? I haven't seen it, but I
I've
don't care.
I've seen it.
I think I'm
Well,
going to see it tomorrow.
well, if you want to cover your, I'll just say one sentence.
do it.
The very last scene is one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember after
Yeah.
the credits. Anyway, we're done.
It's good. It's good. The
Wasn't
movie's
even
real
a
good,
spoiler.
though. The movies.
I did not like it.
Well, again, we'll discuss it. We'll bring it up. Yeah, getting the swear word cut off. I dig it. Cartwheel, what do you
That's
got?
a great
Time for my final pick. This is the thing, and maybe I'm just not a fancy enough lad for this to have happened to me. Maybe this is on fucking me. All right, maybe I'm the fucking prick.
Oh, you're
here.
already mad. You're already
Maybe
mad.
I'm the fucking prick.
Maybe I'm
here.
the fucking dickhead.
Maybe
over
I'm
here.
the piece of shit that this has never happened to.
Scumbag.
But I have never slept with a woman.
Oh.
And the air conditioner just keeps going.
No,
We just moved the
I'm
brakes
gonna tell you
outside.
this trope. Every movie I see.
But I never slept with a woman and then had her wear my button-down shirt as though it were
Oh yeah.
as though it were her entire outfit.
There
Here's
you go.
the thing, Ian.
Yeah.
It happens in the Social Network.
It does.
You're a big guy, I'm a big guy. It's comical.
I've had to wear my shirts.
It's never played for comedy in the movies.
No, it's not. It's like
Well,
a
that's because their shirts are giant.
girl could
It's
wear
hilarious.
a girl could wear my button down and have it look the way
Fucking awesome, I bet it
Not
was.
mine, man. It looks like a kid playing dress up.
I'm
You
just
gotta get a
picturing a
forfeit
girl
one.
in your big, like, Suge Knight button-up that you got.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, nice.
fucking
And the one with
It's like,
Goku and
there's just
Vegeta
too
on
much
it.
cloth that bunches up weird. It's like even we're both like, what are you?
I'm just imagining a girl dressed like Bugs
Me?
Bunny and Taz with a giant shirt cut backwards.
Backwards. Jeans on, Team Strong.
Oh.
I've had girls wear my t-shirts all the time, like it's a sleeve shirt, but
Yeah.
never the button-up. I've never seen, even when I've worn a button-up. Like when I went to the Emmy Awards, for example. You've
Yeah,
heard
you
about
were
that
there.
before. I was
I remember
nominated
that.
for one.
Nominated.
I was nominated for one of them.
Congratulations.
Did you?
Player hated, but I wore tux. The girls,
I don't think a tux shirt is the one to do it in.
but it's anything with buttons.
But a tux shirt is.
It's,
I feel
it's
like
always a
tux-
white button-up, that's
My-
like you see in the movies.
Like my ex used to wear like my sweatshirts and sometimes, but like with an outfit and just
Yeah.
like as clothes. But I imagine someone wearing my clothes after sex and they just like Donald Duck.
Is never Anne Hathaway wearing a white button-up pirouette eating a popsicle?
Oh yeah.
Because I've gone to work or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what to tell you. I have had that
That's
happen.
why I said
It's not
maybe
that
that's on
cool.
me. She wears the button up?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
all right.
weird.
Well, I'm the prick. I
Hey,
guess I'm the prick.
Hey, not a
Fuck,
prick.
fuck me.
Not a prick.
It's also like, do you hang up your button-ups after you take them off?
No, they're on the floor.
Oh, okay. Then it's
No, they're on the floor.
That's my final. Sean, it's time for your final pick, the final pick of the draft.
All right, man. It's between two. All right, it's gonna be when somebody goes, "Hey, why doesn't James go over?" And they go, "Oh, James, he can't do that. Not after what happened.
Oh,
Not
that's
after
it.
what happened.
Not after what happened." And then they cut to like some incident with like mayonnaise or something.
Yeah, he doesn't go full tilt.
Well, it's like James doesn't ride in cars anymore because his dad got smoked by a semi in his car or something like that. You're like,
Oh, they show it?
They
You know what's a cool
graphically.
example? It's maybe a slant rhyme from it or tangentially related. Is in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
You know when like they say something about like it's the German guy Stiglitz, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Stiglitz.
And then
Ugo
they say
Stiglitz.
right, and they say something. They're like, "Why is he blah blah blah?" And then everyone looks like, "Ha ha 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 ha." And then they show Stiglitz like murdering like
Just
9 Nazis.
Cutting through them.
I love it.
Yeah,
what
it's
a what a film.
Like you in the living
They
room.
show
What are you doing?
catharsis.
Mowing down Nazis.
Nazis taking care of the Nazis. I want my scalp.
Yeah, just the like looking out, or it can be the other way. Like, I can't do that. Not after what happened. They just like look out a window or something.
yeah.
Just kind of think
Middle
about
distance.
something shitty that happened that they end up doing at the end of the movie because they overcome everything.
Yeah.
When we're seeing the flashback in the movie of that moment happening, I like to imagine the person who just heard the "not after what happened" just standing there, just like, what are they?
They're quiet.
They think about
the entire
What's happening?
time for like 2.5 minutes. They're just like.
This dude's just kind of twitching a little bit, eyes rolled back in his head, and he comes back like, "Yeah, they killed my brother. You didn't see all that?
They should
didn't see all
come
the
out of the
stuff I just saw?"
flashback and start turning. Just like, anyway, that's the old. And they turn like the person's gone. They're just like, I'm not gonna fucking wait for you to run this for 2
He
minutes.
tells the story all the time.
Yeah, last time you said it. Why are you just looking out the window
okay,
now?
we get it. You don't
Every
drive
time I go to
anymore.
Pizza Hut, you look out the window and you tell me this story about how the fucking delivery driver hit you. I get it, but I'm still gonna go to Pizza Hut. You
He's
know?
not coming back.
So yeah, there it is.
Excellent. That's the draft.
Yeah.
That's good.
To recap, David, you went first, and you took walking away slowly from an explosion, the come up montage, hot wiring a car and having it being way too easy, being in bed and saying this never happens, and then it's been revoked.
All
Dry
things
whip
I
kind of
want to
thing.
do.
Yeah,
Weirdly enough.
that could be a fun day.
That'd be a fucking day.
It could be
Because it's a
one-
roller coaster dips.
Yeah.
It
It
dips
dips.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes and goes in plateaus.
Yeah.
Debbie, you went second.
Yeah.
You took when the villain says, "We're not so different, you and I."
So
The
good.
Gilligan cut, which was like, "I'm never gonna go skydiving." Hard cut to skydiving. The titular line in the movie saying, "In English, please," and then, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah. It's got to be a way to combine all of
Yeah.
this.
Let's see.
There's no way you're gonna get me to say in English, please.
Mother!
In English, please, mother.
We're not so different, you. And then it blows.
The movie is called "We're Not So Different, You and I."
Yeah, dude.
I went third, and I took when the FBI comes in and takes over the case.
Yes.
And then when bad guys have British accents for no reason, they're having a dream about making out and it's a dog licking you, not having time for breakfast, and just grabbing one piece of toast. And then a lady, the morning after some sex happens, just walking around wearing your button up.
I feel like you're the only one whose picks are mostly not action movies.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I'm paying with other parts of the palate.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, you went last, and you took when there's a drug bust and they taste the cocaine and said, "Oh yeah, that's uncut Colombian." French bread sticking out of the groceries. I don't know what happened. They cut the hard line. When someone's in a hospital and they don't want to be there, and they just pop the IV out, and then someone looking in the middle distance and saying, "Oh, Hank doesn't do that anymore. Not after what happened." We left some good ones on the board too.
Makeover!
Oh, Makeover's good.
Let me,
Oh,
Princess
let me get a
Diaries.
beer. Someone going to the bar. Let me get a beer.
let me get a beer. Oh yeah,
Fucking
that fucking drives me crazy.
Eat that.
Oh,
Yeah.
we forgot. It's not what it looks like. And
Oh,
someone
well,
said,
I'll say what it looks like.
So it looks like
I can explain.
that's in like they're right behind me, aren't they? Like,
Yes.
kinda-
Oh,
yeah,
God.
the cliche.
I had good cop, bad cop.
Good cop, bad
Oh, yeah.
cop is
I thought
great.
someone was going to say the dog running up to the car and hopping in at the last moment.
Oh,
Because
like
we
the
kind
save
of
the cat.
alluded to that.
Save the cat.
I also
like-
had the epic hang up.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh, here's one that, like, how people never say bye.
Yeah.
when they're talking, you fucking better, and they just click. I
Yeah.
haven't hung up on someone in years.
Yeah.
You fucking better. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
I'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
We forgot we've got company.
Oh, I had that
Oh,
on
yeah.
We've got company.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's good.
here's one. You know Grace Spellman from Twitter?
Yes.
She, like, retweeted this, which was, like,
The video of
it was the Owen Boys. Welcome to Fight Camp. You know, they're like,
welcome
like
to
some,
the LAPD.
yeah, when some big thing happens and they're like, oh, and by the way, welcome to whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome that's a good trope.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, oh shit, it is harder than I thought.
There was a video of someone that someone was doing a bunch of these on Twitter of like, you guys are gonna want to see this.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like different deliveries. Like, hey chief, you're gonna want to take a look.
You
at
better
this.
get in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you better get in here.
Better get in here.
Oh,
That's-
you
I just
guys are
watched-
gonna want to see this.
I watched Seven the other day, and there's a bunch of Chief. You're gonna want to see this.
Yeah.
I was on my way in there. I was coming in.
I love the veteran cop who's seen it all, but he's never seen this.
Uh-uh.
That's
Oh,
another
yes.
good one.
Yeah.
That's
We
kinda
can do this the
related.
easy way or the hard way.
Oh shit, that's a good one. I love it when they do that.
Yeah.
I love the easy way or the hard way.
Yeah.
All excellent picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a blast.
We want to hear. This was a really fun one, Debbie.
Thank you.
We want to hear yours. Make sure you add us at any of our individual handles, but also at All Fantasy Pod.
Yep.
You guys got Twitter now.
We got Twitter now.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And email your suggestions to
allfantasypodcast at gmail.com.
There we go. There we go. And anything, anything
yeah.
you want to say, any message or whatever, anything at all. Email
We're
it
into
to
it.
that.
Obviously, we'll read some of them out loud.
Yeah.
We have any more shout outs for anyone?
Oh, I'm good for
I'm
now.
good.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody, dude. I've been looking forward to this all day. Like
Yeah.
sitting, recording this, and the fact that people listen. Like it really stoked me out last night. We did a show. People came in LA, which people don't do. Like people don't go
People don't
do
do
shit in
shit,
LA.
yeah.
And it's just so cool that people listen to this. If you're listening, you're fucking awesome. Thank you so much. It means the world to all of us. So yeah, I'm in a good mood. I just wanted to get one of those out. It's been a while.
Also, it's cool when you bring Ian and Sean presents to Nami. Doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
That's the
No,
that
they
happened
didn't
last
know
night. It was
it.
tight.
At the show. Yeah.
I'd like to give another shout out to David's friend that graduated Divinity School.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
all
shout out
proud
to
of you.
Julia
Hell
Ladine
yeah.
one more time.
We're
Y'all
all
ain't dead.
proud of you.
Hey,
Man,
Dad,
we ain't dead.
you ain't
We
dead.
ain't
You're
dead.
living. Out here living.
Shout out to everyone on Twitter, Instagram. Shout out to everyone on the AFE subreddit. We love you over there. Shout out to super producer Marissa. Shout out to everyone at Headgum. Shout out to Frankie Ocean.
Oh, Frankie Ocean, dude, all day.
Shout out to Sid the Dude.
Bill Bellamy, dude.
Shout out to Bill
Bill Bellamy
Bellamy.
listens now.
Shout out to Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah, dude, he's
Oh,
listening.
yeah, for real.
He's
Yeah.
different now, but he listens. Susan
different.
Sarandon just subscribed.
Sarandon.
Ah,
Suzanne Sarandon, the man Stantan,
Yeah.
dude.
Shout out to
Scandalous Randalous with the sock tandalous.
please.
Gina Davis.
Chicken salad sandwich face, dude. Shout out to Punk Rock
Pizza
Sausage Face.
Punk Rock Sausage Face. Shout out to Punk Rock Josh from back in Meadow Park Middle School.
Shout out to Micah Schulten, friend of the podcast. He wanted me to say that. There
Oh,
he goes.
yeah?
He got
Oh,
it.
fuck
He
yeah.
got
Shout
it.
out to
He
Micah.
got it.
Shout out to Nick Nampe.
Oh,
Oh, shout
Playboy.
out to Nick Nampe.
Yes, eternal shout out to Nick Nampe.
Shout out to Shouting Out.
Shout out to Dirk Marshall and Sarah Marshall and
Hot
the
Sauce
Marshall's
Playboy.
Hot Sauce
Oh,
Company.
yeah.
We could
We can shout out to multiple hot sauce companies.
Oh,
Man,
shout out
if
to
I ever knew that I was going to be 31 years old with 4 hot sauce dudes.
Really.
Like, if you'd have told me 10 years ago, I'd been like, yeah, that's about right.
This hot sauce game is heating up.
Still have an open Perdition. Or wait, what was it? Harbinger.
Harbinger.
I think we haven't opened Harbinger yet.
I just finished my, the house.
The
the
Marshall's
house
hot
You
sauce.
guys are too adventurous. I'm sticking with Cholula. I'm never graduating past that.
It's crazy.
You gotta get into this hot sauce
I don't
game.
like spice.
What?
Start-
But it's
Unless
okay. You
Some
might
of these
still
are
like
chill.
Marshall's hot sauce.
Now that is the
HAU.
Nigerian answer.
What? I don't like spice? Or the
No, the Nigerian. I don't like spice.
Yeah.
Is that Nigerian? thing?
No.
Oh, I don't know. What do I know?
Fucking Portland over here.
The
Doesn't know
Beaverton School
Nigerian
District
food.
does not cover Nigerian taste
I don't know
preferences.
jollof rice.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What do you put in your meat pies, man?
Oh, man, I used to eat
Beef?
so many meat pies in
Correct.
Sierra Leone, like, all summer.
I still go home for like any time my mom's just like, got you some meat pies? They're in the
Oh.
fridge. I'm like,
Oh,
yes.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's
It's
My
just
mom
an
does have
empanada.
lasagna.
Yeah, it's basically an
It's an
empanada.
empanada.
Toby and Wigway is Nigerian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigerians are killing it
Oh, yeah.
real hard.
Boyega, Oyelowo, etc.
Lupita.
Who's etc.?
Oh, etc. was in Star Wars. Lupita.
Also, like a million doctors.
Yes.
There's so many Nigerian doctors.
Hell yeah, shout out to Nigeria.
Hell yeah.
And almost as important as that, tune in again next week.
Doctor from Concussion. Sorry.
Oh! Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Oh, is that the one where Will Smith?
Oh yeah, Dr. Bennett O'Malley
Bill
talking
Smith.
about
I couldn't
CTE.
watch Will Smith butcher an African accent
me neither.
for 2 hours.
That doctor's dope, though.
Yeah.
And he's developing, like, technology that might help her.
You said developing. I was like, you got a pilot?
Yeah, and he's developing with
I
Fola.
hate this city.
Tune in again next week for another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything.
Chicago!
That was a HeadGum podcast.
On this season of A Good Cry, can you talk a little bit about social media and how it helped you?
I think that I found it in a time where people were being the best versions of themselves. And that was such a blessing, you know, to find other people, other parents that have shared that same loss. When you are going through something that traumatic, you really do feel like no one's ever felt this pain before.
I'm Michael, you're Dayla, we're doing it.
For me, drag falls somewhere in between an artistic practice and identity, and it's very much intertwined with who I am. So the art that I make utilizes drag, but I would say that drag itself is very much just a part of who I am, and it's what I use to do this art. And that's also one of the great things about the medium I work in, is that nobody has to know how personal it is, because my drag character is not me.
That's a beautiful, wise answer to that question.
Folks with schizophrenia, I think it always seems like otherworldly, but I'm constantly surprised by how much my mom's been the truth teller of so many things.
It was the weirdest thing. I felt like God put me in that position to be the only one awake to see that. It was almost like my dad was coming over me being like, you got to take on my role now.
Jason, how would you describe your relationship to grief?
I have an interesting relationship with grief, as I think everybody does. I've never met any person who's had the same journey through grief. It's such a unique thing.
A lot of people, they're in this sea of grief, and they get to the surface, and they imagine that because they can breathe again, that they have gotten out of the grief. But in fact, what they're doing is just desperately doggy paddling.
I think we really, griefed it up pretty hard.
Really griefed it up. Subscribe to A Good Cry on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is a HeadGum podcast.
Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Let the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts test your battery for free. If it needs to be replaced, get up to a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with purchase of select Superstart batteries. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything, the podcast that got everything it wanted for Christmas and is so thankful for it.
That's fun.
But as far as Hanukkah went, we didn't get anything we wanted.
Not a thing.
Not one goddamn thing.
People don't get things they want for Hanukkah.
They
it's
don't.
not a good holiday.
It's not a good holiday. Hanukkah's a trash holiday.
Whoa. Are you Jewish?
100%. Bar mitzvah and everything. Yeah.
You another layer to the onion. You find it out every day.
That's
Peel
right.
it back, it's still sweet.
Nominated for an Emmy. Gym every day.
I heard about all this.
100% Jewish. Bar
I
mitzvah
see
and
you
everything.
army crawl into the gym sometimes.
I do that. I army crawl from the Television Academy of Arts and Sciences to the gym on a regular basis.
I mean,
And that's when I'm not at shul.
throwing out a word I haven't heard in like a decade.
Shul. There is no Dana, only shul. Something like that. I don't know.
Ghostbusters reference.
Ghostbusters.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You never seen Ghostbusters?
I was just kidding. I've seen
okay.
Ghostbusters. Wouldn't that be crazy?
What if you saw like the all-lady Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
but not the actual
Yeah.
Ghostbusters?
You mean that Leslie Jones movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit.
That middling Leslie Jones movie from about a year and a half ago? Yeah, that was good. That's pretty
When
good.
it cost $150 million when it needed to cost like 50?
How did it cost so much money?
Why did
All the ectoplasm.
Oh,
So much green CGI.
They insisted on real ectoplasm, which is
That's
very
the problem.
expensive.
You
Yeah.
gotta mine that shit in from Jamaica.
You do.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
go out here.
Well, I mean, what was
That's
the
where it
sanctions?
comes from.
You can't even get ectoplasm into the States.
No.
Not for cheap.
No,
I got it
not
for the
cheap.
low though. Hit me up.
Dave's got an
After Jesus
ectoplasm
Silent on
guy.
Twitter.
We are joined today by Allison Herman,
Hello.
writer extraordinaire, right now with The Ringer,
Yes.
the website www.theringer.com.
World
Fine
Wide Web.
publication.
A fine publication. What's your appropriate title? You're all things pop culture, but mostly television and
Mostly
movies,
television.
right?
So my
Yeah.
official title is staff writer.
Yeah.
De facto, I'm kind of the TV person, which
Yes.
basically means I am the keeper of various email addresses and the permanent watcher of many hours of things.
Yes, and you write about stand-up, which
Occasionally,
for
yeah.
The Ringer, yeah, every now and then, which I love, and I
For
really,
reasons that we'll probably talk about in this draft.
I think we
but-
probably will. It'll
Oh,
come
yeah.
up. But I'm such a big fan of your work. I would encourage all our listeners to go and check it out.
Thank you very much.
I don't want to. We won't get into details, but I love your end of the year TV list and everything. And I plan on using that to strategize against you in this draft.
You know,
Steal all the picks
During this draft, I'm going to take your top 5. I'm just going to draft
in this very real
in order-
competition.
in this very
you want to beat me
with real world consequences.
David under his breath goes, Ian had a plan.
Yeah, I'm still not going to have a good draft.
yeah, I feel straight. I feel good.
Sometimes I feel like a real dummy when I'm like, oh man, I don't know anything that happened this year. What
Yeah,
the fuck
I know
was
what
I
you
doing?
mean.
No one knows anything that happened this year.
What was
Too
I
much
doing all
happened.
year?
It was so loud.
was
This
a
was the
loud
loudest year ever, man.
This was a loud year.
God damn, it was loud.
I assume we're all going to pick various late show sketches that I wrote. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Just to,
David getting that camouflage luggage was gonna be that's my 6th man.
That's understandable. That was a highlight of the
You
year.
might have just blown David's pick.
Yeah.
At aherman2006 on Twitter.
My AIM username reappropriated as my Twitter
Rest in
Twitter
peace.
handle. Rest in peace.
AIM.
Rest in paradise.
Rest in paradise.
Rest in power.
Rest in power, AOL.
That's the best one.
That's I think unless you're in a sarcophagus, nobody should say rest in power about you.
I don't understand what it means.
I don't know.
Sarcophagus.
What does
I
that
just
mean?
don't.
Like, be a
it's like
strong
the
ghost.
social justice one.
It is the
It's
social-
like I
right.
liked your opinions. Rest in power.
Rest in power. May they echo through eternity.
Oh, that makes
or
sense.
are you Vladimir Lenin encased in glass? Still sort of.
That seems like something people would say if they've been in prison for a while. Like
Yeah,
they get out
oh,
of prison, they're
yeah,
like, hey, rest in
forced.
power, dude.
That is definitely written on the bottom of like a Polaroid of a dude posing in a blue jumpsuit.
In a blue jumpsuit next to a bench press.
Yeah, it's just R.I.
With an
Power.
inmate number.
Right, yeah, on the
24601.
Aryan Dan or whatever.
Hey man, come to Chili's. Bovi's just got out. He's got this new phrase that he's working on.
He didn't overstand how to properly do a clean and jerk, and he killed himself out the
I
yard.
hate that so much.
Did you read that Monster Cody
The
Scott
over-
book?
Yes. Oh my God. Go to prison. We could just say understand.
I just
It's
got
not
to see
devaluing
Marissa adjust
me.
the levels real quick. That was funny.
Allison, do you know about this? There's like a prison. What is it? A prison thing?
It's like when you find religion in prison, kind of they don't like to say things like understand because it feels like it's beneath you to say you're under something. So they say overstand. It's pretty ridiculous because it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
So
I don't
hard.
understand you.
So hard to read Monster Cody's
That's
book.
also like weirdly new agey. Like
It
I
is.
just feel like it's the word. You don't need to like.
It's
okay.
it's prison's
Prison
version
is-
of conscious uncoupling.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
Prison
Like
is
just
weirdly
call it
new
what it
age.
is.
Yeah.
They're making Frito burritos using pressure and like plum wine.
Oh
or whatever.
yeah, they make those.
You put the pickle juice in
those
there. You
That's what it is.
Yeah,
you
the
fill up.
Or it's like the kind of thing that you say at a really like hippie rich preschool. Like we don't like to call them students.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
pupils. Really, like they're teaching us.
They're our fellow faculty, our 4-year-old faculty, our interns. We should take this opportunity to say, also, we're joined by not just Allison Herman, but of course, David Bory is in the house today.
Hey.
The G is silent.
Always.
On Twitter, at CoolGuyJokes87 on Instagram.
Yes.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I posted a video on Instagram of Sean nunchucking last night.
I saw that shit.
A lot of views.
Sean Gordon is a nunchuck master.
It's crazy because at first he starts and you're like, oh, he's doing the nunchucks again. But then when he gets into it, you're like, whoa, he is really good at it.
I'm good at it.
How applicable is that to a fight? Is what I
First of all, since you're throwing all these big words at me and I don't know what they mean, so I'm going to take them as disrespect.
I don't like the dichotomy of this prison cell.
Watch your mouth and help me with the sale. Revere.
I don't.
Is it good in a fight? Answer the question.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're terrible in a fight. You can't do shit with nunchucks.
Really?
No. Yeah, I mean, they're just flashy. They're meant to look cool. Yeah. Can't do shit with them.
It seems like it would be a good, bonk somebody
I
over the head.
rewatched Popstar last night, which is not from this year, but there is a great visual gag that involves Andy Samberg using nunchucks as the ultimate signifier, like some stupid bullshit Justin Bieber would do in a music video.
That movie's funny.
It is good, yeah.
It's so good. And it was also I saw it in theaters for the first time, and it's definitely, it plays better when you're just on HBO trying to come down from Star Wars.
Totally, yeah. Maybe a little bit stoned, sitting at home.
Shout out to Chris Red.
That was the mindset.
Shout out to Chris Red. Yeah, he was so funny in that. And I think he's been pretty good on SNL this year, too.
And it's funny because I appreciated the acting better, because when you see him on SNL, a lot of times he's kind of the quiet street dude because he's the new guy. So he's
it's
playing the background player in sketch, and that character is so over the top.
His comedy's over the top. And when he finally gets to unleash it, it's going to be
He
big,
left a bottle of Remy Martin in my freezer like it wasn't a big deal.
That's a good deal.
I was like, whoa. He was like, I got to get out of here. I just left that for you. I was like, this is what rappers drink. Christopher.
He knew. And you had his eyes on the prize.
You like rap, don't you?
I dabble.
I dabble in fandom. Melissa Villasenor, I wish would start getting more shine on there.
She's so
great. Melissa is amazing.
Yeah.
She's so funny and talented.
The current cast kind of has the most potential that I've seen in recent memory.
Yes, they're like a good rookie and second year
I really like Heidi Gardner.
Yeah.
I really like how Alex Moffat and Mikey Day have kind of blended in.
Yes.
It feels like they've had a lot of people who are sort of I think some stand-ups like Leslie Jones and Pete Davidson are great on the show, but they're not team players. They're they're themselves.
Put them on a Weekend Update. And
the old Chris Rock problem.
Yeah. Chris Rock problem. Pete Davidson, do you see got a big Hillary Clinton tattoo?
That's hilarious.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he got a big tattoo of 1990s Hillary Clinton.
That feels like Cassie David's influence.
Yeah, it might be. Wait, what? Was he dating?
Yeah.
Wait, oh really?
Or I hope they're still dating. That's my favorite couple right now.
Interesting. Pete Davidson, we were New Faces together in Montreal. So that's my connection.
Good company
you guys got real drunk together.
Yeah, real
and ate some smoked meat in a hotel.
Yeah. And he had that girl who was he was dating that girl who would be on Girl Code at the time, and she was just up there hanging out, and she was getting more industry heat than a lot of the comedians.
That is a bummer.
What was her name? I know. God, what was her name? Anyway, shout out to Girl Code.
And the podcast, Girl
and
Code.
Guy Code. Yeah, put a lot of comedians on. Sean Jordan.
What's happening?
At Sean S. Jordan on Twitter.
Playboy.
And Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan on Instagram. I have seen so many people ripping off your Instagram here.
I have seen it a lot too.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do too.
Spread the love. It's fun.
Yeah, Dave Cougar Mellon Brubeck and shit like that.
Yeah, it never flows as good as yours does.
Yeah, Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan flows the best.
I'm happy that you guys said that. I appreciate it.
How are you doing? What's the
doing great. We were at a house
y'all went
party
to
last
Malloy's
night.
house party, birthday party last night.
Enemy of the podcast.
Fake birthday.
I hate him. Never to return to this podcast. Introduced me as an Emmy-losing comedian last night on stage. I didn't need that much.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
Just took my legs out right from under me.
Oh, what a dickhead.
Yeah, we went to Malloy's house party last night, and it was fun. It was very crowded.
We were in the corner for a minute.
Yeah,
we just had the kitchen spot like the old guys at the party.
Right,
we're in college, you guys are in high school. We'll be in the kitchen by the keg. Making sure nobody gets beers they're not going to drink.
And they're talking about Yo La Tango and shit. Happy birthday, Mike Malloy, you goon.
Yeah. It'll be his birthday by the time this comes out,
It
right?
will be, yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday.
It'll have passed. Fucking goon.
He's either 47 or 21.
One of the two things is happening. Our friend from Boston who he hates when we call him a goon, but then he's got all these stories about gooning.
I made a kid sit in a puddle one night, he said.
You know,
He
it
took
looks
his
like a
shirt
goon,
off.
acts like a goon.
It's a goon.
It's a goon.
Yeah, or just a regular dude from Boston. We're just very sheltered here on the
Oh
West
my
Coast.
God, they're all been blurry.
Yes. What else? Oh, I want to thank IndieWire.
Oh yeah.
For naming our podcast our Bill the Sandwich episode one of the top 50 podcasts of the year.
Yeah.
Number 32.
So cool.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal. All right.
Storied history.
Good company.
Howard Halls.
Absolutely.
Howard Halls.
Maybe not all of them.
So thank you for that. We really appreciate that, IndieWire. We didn't know anyone other than the AFE fans were listening.
Yeah, I thought it was just the people who tweeted us.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And then like our moms.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Saint Sue Carmel.
Saint Sue Carmel.
And shout out to super producer Marissa. Yeah.
I'm dabbing. You guys can't see it because you're listening, but
Why
I'm
did
dabbing.
you just start dabbing this week?
I hate it.
I've seen him do it like 4
It
times.
bugged you so
I
hard
love you
last
so
night.
much,
and I hate it.
It just was bugging everyone so hard that I dabbed 30 times last night.
It's so irritating. You're doing it right now.
Cool people don't look cool dabbing.
I think troll dabbing is a more common
looks so
occurrence than
stupid.
actual dabbing.
It is
now.
at this
People
point,
just
right?
dab to piss other people off.
Yeah, this
because
is
they know
dab
they
is
shouldn't
long
be
dab.
doing it.
But I don't think he's troll dabbing. I think he's dab dabbing.
No, this is like how we started saying bro is a joke, and now his bro is like solid in his lexicon.
And dank, too. That's
And
what Dank got in there.
By the way, I approve fully of bro. I'm on record to say I am pro bro.
I will stop dabbing.
I don't
Please
think
stop
you
dabbing.
will.
I'll stop it right now.
Please stop dabbing.
Switch it to the Millie Rock.
Oh, start
I
Millie
can't do
Rock.
the. Can I do the Bernie still?
No, that's done.
What's the Bernie?
This one?
Oh, yeah.
David's doing it.
No stanky leg, no Bernie, no whip nay nay.
I had
No whip
I had a stanky leg contest with some dude in a bar in Atlanta, and
Yeah,
I
you
lost.
Yeah, you did. Of course.
Did you not think that you were
That's like the
going to
wrong
win?
That's
city
the
to
wrong
get in.
place
That's
to do it.
Boy, did I lose.
That was an away game for you, my
What
friend.
did you? Yeah, what did you think was going to
I
happen?
would have had
in
a better
Atlanta?
chance at like beating Lawrence Taylor in a tackle contest than I did.
Who brought up the contest? Was it you?
Oh yeah. We're talking eight years ago. Yeah, I was a different boy. It might have been 07, 09.
You go for it. I respect that.
No more dabs.
Yeah. No more dabs. No more dabs in LA. Please.
Done.
Today we are drafting. We have congregated here in the Headgum Studios in scenic downtown Los Angeles, right here in the Arts District. You know,
Can't believe it.
just a little bit east of downtown.
Just a
Beautiful vistas of the skyscrapers.
You can
Loom over the city of dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Also walk through Skid Row to get here.
It's also the Skid Row. We're surrounded by Skid Row. Yeah.
not the smartest choice I've made.
No,
in my days.
We are surrounded by a homeless community that is larger than most of the cities in Iowa.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
In addition
It has
to
the same number of
parks
senators.
department.
You walked here?
Yeah, I took the metro. One of the 4 people in Los Angeles. I've taken the subway.
That's
and
right.
then I
Take it all
walked
the
from
time.
there.
Did you get off a Little Tokyo?
No, I got off of Pershing Square and walked from there.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's not too far though.
It's an underrated subway system. I'm just gonna say
I've
it.
never set foot on it.
I love it. There's some good views.
Yeah, if you're
because
above
I live-
ground.
Yeah, I live
And
in
you can
Highland
get from
Park.
here to Santa Monica in like 40 minutes.
That I like.
Yeah,
That's
it's
dope.
quicker than a car, from what I hear.
That we might have to get into when summertime rolls back around.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm
You
with
guys
it.
can record a live episode from the beach.
Ooh, don't put that past us. We're Beach Boys.
It would just be
Honest proposal.
Yeah.
the whole episode would just be the sound of a baseball hitting a glove like
Yeah.
50 times because we'd be playing catch. You're talking.
Some rhythmic waves.
Rubbing
Be
us
getting
Soothing white noise.
pulverized by waves. I just love to go. I love to like stand in the ocean and just get the shit beat out of me by waves. I don't understand it.
You just want to face the power.
I just
Yeah.
want. I do.
You
I'm
want
like,
to feel it.
come at me, Poseidon. I really do feel like that. Like it's not the best. I'm like Lieutenant Dan.
I was just gonna say you and Lieutenant
Jason
Dan out
Momoa.
Yeah,
More eyes out of the sea.
Momoa just being problematic in about 4 feet of water. We've gathered here today to draft our favorite pop culture from the calendar year 2017. I'm very excited to do it. Allison, you joined us for the same podcast last year.
I did.
Yeah, for the 2016 one. We had a great time. So we thought we're so happy to have you back here.
You know,
To do
it's been
again.
it took 20 plus minutes just to get to this point,
Yes.
so I think we're on track to exceed last year's runtime, which I did not think was possible.
I think I told you, I was like, this one won't be as long. It's
I'm not
gonna be.
optimistic.
Yeah. So we should let's take our first bite of the apple. Jump right into it. Now, to determine the order of the draft, we do that with a rollicking game of rock paper scissors, played between the 3 of you. You go on shoot, and we'll do that right now. So here we
Okay.
go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, God damn it.
You threw scissors
And we
first,
still
and you
lost.
still won. You still won.
We've
Oh, I
done
won?
this
You
twice
still
now.
won.
Okay,
Yeah.
I won.
It's
All
a
right.
rare. David almost wins. David probably wins 90% of them somehow.
Very good at it.
And you
Well,
beat
also
David.
the listeners don't have to know, so you could
Oh,
just
we
be
could lie.
arbitrarily calling all the shots.
Sometimes Marissa gifts them, so we have there
Okay.
is some
There is
accountability.
some photo evidence.
There
I
Okay.
watched you throw scissors, and I was still like paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
know
thank
this.
you.
Now-
Thank you for throwing that.
What, you have to determine the order of the draft. I will remind you, it is a serpentine draft.
And what does that mean?
So it just goes one direction and then the opposite direction. So
That's-
people go twice in a row.
That's 100% right.
Man,
Yeah.
she
I
really
learned
cut
so
shot.
much in a year working at a Village website, you
You
guys.
fucking knew it.
She got your shot.
No one has ever known it.
She just straight to the point. Kicked it. Man, she swept the leg. She swept the leg.
I had one ready
Guys.
to go too, but we don't need it.
A year ago, I could not name 5 professional athletes,
Yeah.
and now I know how fantasy drafts work.
There it is.
I'm
Steep
so
it-
proud of myself.
Steep it in that ringer tea.
Why don't we just keep it intuitive and just go me,
Like a horseshoe.
Yes.
Allison,
Sean,
David,
you, and
Sean,
then
Ian.
it's just a easy way to
Hell yeah.
remember, so we don't have to alternate or some shit.
Beautiful.
Okay, so does that mean I go first?
That means you go first.
Okay.
So with the first pick in the 2017 Pop Culture All Fantasy Everything Draft, Allison Herman.
So, I believe, if I remember correctly, last year I started things off on a downer note by picking death.
Yes, that's
And
right.
in the same tradition, and as the only woman on this podcast,
Oh, yeah.
I think I am obligated to pick sexual harassment and
Yes.
Me Too and all the Harvey Weinstein bullshit
There's no way that wasn't going first.
as my number one.
yeah.
I think that was kind of the biggest event in pop culture, not least because it puts the closest link between pop culture and politics, because
Yeah.
our president is also a sexual harasser.
Everything is
So-
political now. Yeah.
Yes.
Everything is like electrified. Yeah, that was by far the biggest pop culture story of the year.
Yeah,
It just kept
so
going.
and it's
It
still
keeps
going.
going. It keeps going.
We are in a holiday lull, but I am betting January 2nd there's a
Oh,
another
yeah.
big game is
For
coming.
sure.
There are so many dudes in this city just shaking in their boots like, damn it.
I
Shouldn't
don't
have done
feel
that.
bad
Yeah.
about that.
No.
Fuck no. It's
That's
pretty
good. Yeah.
It's cool
So
when bad
I
guys
mean,
lose.
like the short list is Weinstein, Ratner, Louis C.K. Like,
Dustin Hoffman.
oh yeah,
Yeah, which keeps getting worse.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
The Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar.
We saw that
And
coming.
I think it's really interesting because it's really shed light. There was a great article in New York Magazine that everyone should read by Rebecca Traister, and I don't remember this is actually the headline, but the thesis of the piece is this is not about sex, it's about work.
Yeah.
And just about like the real consequence of this is how it has affected people's professional lives. Like all
Sure.
the people in these stories who were like, and then I left the industry because what was I going to do, stand up to Harvey Weinstein?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, did you guys read Salma Hayek's op-ed?
Yes.
Yes.
So like
yeah.
she says right off the bat, you know, he obviously creeped on me, but like he didn't rape me, he didn't sexually assault me, he didn't grope me, but he fucked with my movie. Like I was trying to make my statement.
Tried to get Frida Kahlo to
Yeah,
not have a
Frida.
unibrow.
Yeah,
Because he
that
thought it
was
wasn't
a
sexy.
dubious historically.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you know, forces a sex scene into the movie.
Yeah.
You know, all these
Yeah,
like
full
Mira
frontal,
Sorvino.
Yeah, she was an she didn't win an Oscar, did she? For Mighty Aphrodite? Wait.
I don't remember the Oscar, but I remember like the most recent thing I heard from her was like someone wanted to cast her in Bad Santa, and Harvey Weinstein put the kibosh on
Yeah.
it. And just, I think people are starting to understand this as like about frustrated opportunities
Yeah.
and power dynamics in a way that I think, like, probably the most recent example of us having a national conversation about sexual assault was the college stuff. And
Yeah.
when you're in college, you don't have like a professional life, so it just became about like boys and girls interacting. And then this is sort of like, well, no, this just affects women's existence in ways
For sure.
beyond
Just
just like
period.
physical safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought I had to go first. I know that's a downer.
Not a downer.
No, it's not. I mean, yes, it is.
That
it
it
is
happens
a
as a downer.
Yeah.
And you know, it's the whole like, it's always been happening, but now we're talking about it, and now we are successfully removing people from the paint because of it,
Yeah.
which
And
is
Removing
promising.
people from the paint.
Yeah, that's just a really bright way.
Yeah, talking about
Sorry,
all these
guys.
people too, where there'd be these rumors persisting about them forever, and you'd be like, when is something going to happen? Like, and then like these consequent, like with Louis C.K.
Well, and it's
I
Louis
haven't
C.K.
heard
was
of it
especially bizarre because like everyone knew to the point where people were like openly asking about it and being asked about it in interviews.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really crazy. But then like, you know, I've sort of realized something like Kevin Spacey, I think, was common knowledge for
Also-
a very limited number
also
of
pretty
people.
open, yeah.
But like, America, like middle America, does not know that.
They had no idea.
Yeah,
Right.
so
No.
like I
How
think
would you
Louis
know?
C.K. was an entirely different level of like if you even casually followed entertainment, like
You heard those.
I thought the craziest details of that story was that the lead of the New York Times story was the contents of the Gawker blind item from 2012.
I remember that. I remember when that popped up for the first time, and I was like, yeah, so it's just essentially the exact same thing.
And the blind item was also not shy about who it was actually about.
No, they were like, you just had to look like they were like, it's a 2-person like female musical group, and Garfunkel and Oates weren't at Aspen that year. So it wouldn't have taken like that much work to figure out who
And
it
it
was.
was like he is a really acclaimed sitcom based on his life
Right.
that everyone's obsessed with,
French
and
New
he's an
Wave
acclaimed
stuff.
stand-up, and it
Yeah.
was like, oh, but there was a 5-year gap between like people being willing to put their names on it.
Yeah.
That was really wild.
Because it's terrifying if
Well,
like,
you have Dave Becky out there, geez, now we're getting into
We're really.
I know.
No, let's do it.
All right,
Let's
fucking
do it.
out there, like
no one is not implicated in this.
Yeah,
I mean,
and just putting pressure on people, and like Louis C.K. himself, like emailing, when somebody would like pop off about it, like he like when remember he like
The
emailed
Jen
somebody,
Kirkman thing.
and then the Kirkman thing,
And Megan Keister, like all kinds
Megan
of stuff.
Keister was on the red carpet at Montreal like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
talking
it
about
wasn't
it.
even that long.
Yeah.
And that was weird because like it was before the Time story broke, but she published that whole thing about like this is what happened when I tried to report on it. And
Yeah.
it's basically a way of reporting the allegations without reporting the
100%.
allegations.
Yeah.
They were just completely out in the world.
It's just fun. I mean, I felt like, God, just to talk about my personal, like, when those rumors popped up, felt like powerless, because it's like, I believe this is probably true, but, like, what do I do,
Yeah.
Other than, like, tell other people about it, and then not, like, work with Louis C.K., but other
Well,
than that, like...
And when I wrote about it, like
Yeah.
I wrote it. I thought he had an hour-long special this year. I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah.
I wrote a really nice review of it, and when I was writing, like the way I rationalized it to myself was sort of like, well, these allegations don't actually have names on them yet, and that's kind of the difference to me. And as such, I don't feel like I can really write about them
Yeah.
the same way that I can write about like a specific hour of comedy. But being honest with myself, that's a rationalization. I knew, and I was still endorsing his work publicly, and so were a lot of critics who I think also believed the women.
Yes.
Which is just a rough spot for everyone to be in.
Super. Now there's other, like, big names in comedy where rumors are swirling right now.
Oh, yeah.
We can't talk about them on the podcast, but it's like,
afterwards, we're
we
gonna
will
talk.
definitely
Off
talk
mic,
about that.
we can trade some rumors.
Off mic, we will, and it's like, gee, well, what do you do about that? Like, now you hear these rumors swirling again, it's like, I guess we'll just, hopefully, if the people do come forward, just, like, stand behind them and then condemn it. But it's great. Sunshine is the best disinfectant, so I'm glad this stuff is finally...
Is that a saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now that we have solved sexism and sexual harassment,
On to the second pick, the expendable sport. No. Well, the other thing, just to touch on it for one more second, like, so this has come out now in, like, it's come out in the world of celebrity for the most part, right? So it's, like, been actors. Have we had many musicians who have been yet? It's mostly
so
been,
the
like...
guy from Brand New, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So some music, some comedy. I think politics is. I really hope it pushes a little more in that direction
And
because.
sports.
Oh,
I feel
sports!
like
God,
those two
sports
are-
like you can't even make it worse than it
I
already
know,
is.
and writing talent for the NFL, it's like, finally some good news. Yeah, quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
Like,
Yeah.
did you guys know that the NFL is a problem with women? Who knew?
Well, the owner of the Carolina Panthers now is like a bunch of like terrible allegations and stuff
Yeah.
like that. The whole sports world, I mean, if that starts tumbling down, it has been, and like people just don't give a fuck. Like Jen Sturger with the whole Brett Favre thing, and then also being sexually harassed at ESPN and everything.
That
And then-
story was so
and then nothing
crazy.
happened, you know.
Well, and there's also this weird issue of like timing, where someone like Woody Allen, where it's like this, we've already gone through all the arguments we're probably ever going to have about him. He has a movie coming out this award season. Like,
You're almost better off having that stuff have come out in the 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah.
When consequences just for whatever reason weren't, well, not for whatever reason, because of institutionalized sexism, there were no consequences. Everyone's had the talk, and now people are like, oh, it's kind of old news. Like, you're better off being Woody Allen than you are being Dustin Hoffman, where these horrible allegations came out forever ago. People talked about it, and it's like, because is the other shoe ever going to drop for him, or are people just going to keep, like, letting him do his thing?
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
if you can be like publicly accused of child molestation and weather that,
Yeah.
you've kind of done. And it's also like, okay, he has to stop making movies because people won't fund them at 80 whatever he is, when he already has like 50 movies under his belt.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it would obviously be better than if the opposite happened or if he continues to make movies, but that's not a super meaningful
Not much of
change in his career.
It's the Joe Paterno situation.
Yeah.
Yes, so and Mira Sorvino did win an Academy Award for Mighty Aphrodite, and then blacklisted after. Shout out to Mira Sorvino,
friend of the show.
They should replace Kevin Spacey. No, she should be the lead on Transparent now. That's what we'll do. Tambor out. Digitally add Mira Sorvino into the Larry Sanders Show.
Yep.
Applesauce. All right, David Boring.
So, yeah.
On the heels of sexual harassment, which was absolutely the biggest pop culture thing.
Yeah, 100%.
It's time for your first pick.
I don't want to lie. I think I'm getting the second biggest pop culture thing of 2017.
All right.
When I say Bodak Yellow.
Bodak Yellow.
I love Cardi B's Ascent.
Yeah.
I've been watching her since she was just doing Instagram stories.
A Hoe Never Gets Cold is a fucking classic.
Oh yeah, and her shit would cut off, you remember? Like, she was so bad at using Instagram back in the day.
Really?
She would just be talking, like, in the middle of a heated point, and then the video would just stop. Because it ran out of time.
She was a pioneer.
And they wouldn't be, like, she wouldn't pick it up in the next video. It would just be some other shit. But just, like, I just love the way that she, like, man, a hustler's ambition. The way just to see her come from, like, on a bullshit TV show. Love and Hip Hop is bullshit. And she was a bullshit part on it.
Yeah.
And just for her to finesse that to, like, being #1 in the country, and, like, it's just like anything. It's the most American story to me.
There's
Anything
shades
can
of...
happen.
To be clear, before I say this, I prefer Cardi B to the Kardashian family. But there are shades of the Kardashian story where, like, when I talk about this with my parents don't understand that, like, I almost take, like, Kim's success and Kim's come up as inherent proof of her ability and talent.
100%.
And I feel like,
yes.
yeah, I feel like it's harder to explain that to older people, but it's like, it is so fucking impressive that just as Kim could go from a sex tape released against her consent to being, like, one of the most famous and rich people in the world and come off really likable when Jennifer Lawrence stalks her on Kimmel.
Right.
In the same way, like, Cardi B, she can go from making Instagram videos and openly talking about stripping, and now she's the #1, you know, not even #1 rapper. She was the #1 in the country.
It's like, yeah, it's just the other thing. It's not a rap thing either, because it's like, I listen to her other rap, it's fine. Just like the way that she was able to do it is just like
ambition.
Yeah, ambition. And she's like, and she did it keeping it real. She doesn't really lie. If you look at her and you listen to her, what she says, she's very straightforward about everything. Like, even within the raps, like, it's just like, man, I really appreciate her.
I would also refer listeners to my friend and my current friend, former colleague, Allison P. Davis, wrote the cover story about her for New York Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great profile. It's written from a place of love, but it is also very canny about how her celebrity and come up has worked, and it's just a great read. So if you love Cardi B, seek it out.
She's also, shout out to Marcella Arguello, who's also in that issue of the New Yorker.
Is she really?
Monday.
What's Marcella doing in there?
She's just one of the top comics to watch or some shit.
That's fucking dope.
That
She is too. They have a friendship like that's not a.
Oh yeah,
I've seen her perform a few times here. She's great.
Okay, you get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
It is hard to explain that in public.
David lives with Marcella, and she is a
Oh,
cool.
nice.
She is a cool.
Pass on my regards from some random she's never heard of.
I will do, and she'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
She's so mean.
This
And
is
she'll
why we
say it
can't
just
have
like
nice
that.
shit.
She's so mean. We're friends. And then the other day on Twitter, she was just pulling my card up. So I don't even remember exactly what it was.
It's
But
exhausting.
she was just roasting the fuck out of me on Twitter. It was like 9 a.m. It was early.
Dude, she
I wasn't
really
ready
was
for
like,
that.
I told you I woke up the other day, like 9 o'clock in the morning, she was cleaning the living room listening to Ghostface. And I was like, it's the morning. That's not morning music.
No, not at all. For Marcella, it is, though.
That's what she wakes up to. And I like Ghostface.
I like Ghostface, too.
Sure.
Not at 9 a.m.
I'm listening to Crisscross at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm real sweet stuff. But yeah, anyways, Bodak Yellow, the Cardi B experience. I love it. She just bought Offset, Phantom. Great. Or a Wraith. She bought him a Wraith.
A Wraith. That's the thing. We were talking about that. I didn't know, like, having one hit single in 2017 was enough money to buy a wraith.
So that's part of what
For someone
the
else.
the article I talked about gets into
Yeah.
is she makes so much money off of club appearances.
Does she?
So
Fuck yeah.
much
That's what all these
money.
Instagram people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just to go back to your like Kardashian thing, the fact that like they can like monetize the male gaze or whatever, like is so, which is just rad.
Just good. Get in where you fit in.
I've never hated Kim Kardashian. I'm like, she fucking took like a sex tape and then got so successful that her brother has a sock company.
I hate it.
That level of residual success is amazing. To be that talented and good at like taking this momentum and turning it into something
That
real.
all your
that your
whole
entire family's rich
Team
forever
strong.
because of it.
I used to
Jeans
listen.
on, Team Strong.
Yes.
I used to listen to Sexy Can I when I ran, when I was really big into running.
Yeah.
Because I heard of Ray J through Kim Kardashian.
There
That's
it
what
is.
you
You
used
put
to
Ray
listen
J
to.
on.
That's what. Also,
That's
what
fascinating.
you
Also,
used
wait,
to
I
jog
discovered
to.
this the other
I
day.
had
I
no
need to share
idea who
this.
Ray J
Does
was.
everyone know or remember that Kim Kardashian was in a Tyler Perry movie?
What?
Oh.
No.
She was in the Temptation one.
Oh, the Fighting Temptations?
Yeah, or whatever the fuck it's called. She's like the fourth billed person in this dramatic movie.
That's
Anyway,
weird.
this
No,
was like,
good
it was
for
also
her.
really funny because it was 2011, so it was like immediately pre-Kanye. And
Yeah.
you just forget how different her entire image was before
Wow.
then.
Now she's like the American royal family.
It's
And I'm
dope.
sorry if it disturbs you to hear that, but it's 100%. It's 100% true.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
You, listener.
Yeah, Bodak Yellow, that song is just fucking.
It's great. She nailed it.
That's
The whole come up. And everybody supporting her to do it. Everybody being like, especially within like the hip hop community, of people
Yeah.
being like, let's make Cardi B #1. Like people ride for her so hard, and I just like really.
Even,
really
what's her face? Iggy Azalea. Not Iggy
Azalea Banks.
Azalea Banks, who's like hating on her.
She hates everybody.
She hates everybody. Then there's video of her in the club just going off to Bodak Yellow.
Because
So
it's like pretty undeniable.
fraudulent. It is into club level.
It's in
like,
the club, and then it's teens on the bus.
Yeah.
And then it's just like your mom cooking dinner. It's everybody likes that
But
song.
it's, I mean, it's like
I think I've heard that song every time I've gotten in a lift for like the duration
for
of
fucking
2017.
real. Yeah, it is. That is the I'm in an Uber. It's Friday at like 10:45.
And the Uber's like trying to play like party music to
Yeah.
like get you in the mood. And you're like, I'm a loser. I'm going home at 8
Yeah.
p.m. on a Friday.
You are a 74-year-old Armenian man. You don't need to do this.
But those is bloody shoes.
And those is bloody shoes. But it's like, remember when like In the Club by 50 Cent? Remember when that song came out?
Everywhere.
And then it was
Yes,
like
I do.
everywhere. It was like in the car on the way to the party. Once you got inside the party.
Yeah.
And when
you got real
when you went
drunk
to
with your
Taco Bell, it
friends.
was coming out of the car in front of you at the drive-thru.
Hey, I brought the CD from my car so we can listen to it in the club again in the house
Yeah,
here.
that's where Bodak Yellow got this year. It was like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm with it, man.
For something to become monoculture in 2017 is pretty fucking
True.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's
I
crazy.
mean, that's like amazing. Bodak Yellow, great pick.
But also, one more thing.
Yes.
You used to run listening to Sexy Can
Yeah,
I?
I can't believe we almost
That
did
is
I
that.
so
respect
weird.
that. That's
Yeah.
not weird.
I feel like that's
I'm
the
here for
weirdest
that.
running
I
song.
still like that song.
It feels like the weirdest running song to me.
I used to run to some wild shit.
What?
I played
Sis,
Give us
Damn-
the
peace.
other one.
Damn
Born to
Yankees.
Run.
Damn Yankees.
Peace
was on
out.
There, that High Enough song and End of the Road by Boyz II Men. Those
Wow,
are both
End of the
on there.
Road.
I
Right.
definitely have a memory